Ooh. Ooh. Dude, I totally woke up on the wrong side of the bed, man. Ooh, boy. Today's gonna be challenging. Okay, I say I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but it was... I was just playing a lot of Diablo and slacking off. Damn it. Damn it. That's what I get. What is up, everyone? This is Do Coffee with Soul. I'm your host. Hold up. We're gonna drink coffee. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. We got 5 places to take a look at over on US Realms. That should be fun. And then, of course, you know, whatever topics happen to come up may come up. A couple things I'm expecting sometime. I don't know when. Trading post preview because we're getting pretty close to the new month. Also, probably some news on the 1207 because, yeah, that's just how it goes these days, right? Plenty of stuff to look forward to, despite waiting in like, I'm not too certain like what sorts of major bugs are, like what sort of big bugs or issues are still going on. I know there's like on the housing front, there's like the dyes. The dyes are I think those might still be messed up. The floor bug, that's still a thing. You know, not insignificant, but not exactly like, oh my god, we literally can't play the game. But you know how that goes. I get that. But as for like, you know, functionality crashes, I don't think I heard about crashes during you know, of all the bugs that we've seen. Well, no, I've heard a number of them, but then I don't think that was like I don't think it was like a spike, you know, any significant like, oh my god, you know, nothing that bad, at least. Crashes still suck, mind you. Saw a report that 1207 had started on testing on internal servers. Reportedly, yeah, and that's just how it. I think that was like from more than a week ago, right? That was from some time ago, but yeah, we'll just see. So we'll see what happens when 10 o'clock rolls around. Trading post stuff or patch stuff, or both, if they just want to, like, you know, bury us with news. But of course, I'm sure that for some, I don't know, it feels like people are holding a longer grudge this time around. People are feeling especially burnt by the bugs, and there was that recent interview that Talius and Nevital did with Paul Cubit, which talked a little bit about the bugs, but moved on to like some other stuff about, you know, Midnight more generally. But oh well. Let's say hi to people real quick. What is up to Tazzle? You're the first person to say hi. Hey, what's up to Tane? What's up to Nikale and Blywin and Melvenu and Ravens and Arcadius and American and Boomer, and to Hazelnut and to Arumus and to the rest of y'all, the beautiful digital smile and faces going to join us throughout the day. Just a little reminder, we do have another Twitch drop going on. That's for the pearl-colored Murloc. I saw a tweet like just a little bit ago from Mr. GM. He was looking at the God, what is it called? The Wago site? The site that does a lot of data mining and stuff, and you can take a look at lots of little things. He pointed out that there are going to be I think he saw 50 variants of the Miss Murgle decor. 50. So I'm thinking to myself, for the next, what, like 4 years? The next 4 years of Twitch drops have been decided. Boom. I'm sure it's going to be distributed, like, you know, in other ways too. But at the same time, I think we're kind of suckers for Miss Murgle. So we're suckers for drops. But if anything, that's like a big plus for Twitch streamers, and to just get folks at least a little bit exposed to streamers out there, cringe or not. You know, I think I like to say I border on cringe over here, but I like to say that I at least offer something a little bit different from just like, you know, keys and farming and that sort of thing. Probably not my type of music, but did I get a chance to see the Korn Diablo 4 music video? No, I haven't. I haven't yet. I heard about it, and I was like, "Oh, Korn, they're doing stuff still." And they're like, "Yeah. They, they haven't been doing stuff for a while." I'm like, "Oh, well, not until Microsoft cut them a check, right?" so there's that. Is there a link to the Discord? I don't know if there's a link below the stream, but I'll go ahead and link I'll make a thing right now for you. I just don't remember. No, that's guild chat, buddy. How do I do this again? I haven't. Wait, where is it? Something invites, right? Invite to server. There we go. Okay, so that should work. Ta-da! So go ahead and use that thing if you want to hang out. Our channel tends to be quiet. We only have a couple folks that talk. It's mostly there for folks to like lurk and, when I do little announcements here and there. But then I'm happy to like chat with folks about like anything, but I'm mostly talking smack. So, but yeah, it's Wednesday. So how did Raid go yesterday? Raid went, not as good as I hoped. I wanted to take down that damn bird. I wanted to get all of our progression done so we can like, go in nice and fresh, going into Illyria on Thursday. Because we only have 2 bosses left. It's like, yo, let's like get this thing done. We even already have the skip and all that good and ready. So I'm hoping that we get the bird down for the most part, and we still haven't had like a full day of Illyria. So I'm hoping that will take care of it. And then once that's done, then we can kind of like pick and choose the things that we want. We don't necessarily have to full clear everything. We can like, okay, let's go straight to like the bird and Lura, and like that'll be it. So hopefully we'll do okay. I feel like I've been hustled on like the gear stuff though. I've still yet to like get a decent ring and trinket. I think I have like, I have 1 champion trinket from the raid, but I think are any of these delve stuff, pray? Yeah, so delve ring, pray ring. This is a zone thing that I have, and that's all I can really get. Like I just haven't had like very good luck with trinkets. So maybe I'll have to end up crafting something at some point. Probably a ring, but I'm also waiting. I'm kind of like holding out for the 1207 because I want them to. I'm praying to the wild gods. I swear I do not have any advanced information or nothing like that, but I'm really hoping that they give us some sort of like MacGuffin item, like what they did during War Within, where they gave us like a cool thing that carried us through to the next season. People were kind of like, people have been mixed on stuff like that. Part of it's because, we need to have this thing, and that sort of thing. I want to tell myself, this is full headcanon, okay? I think it would work out great if they give us this like awesome item or whatever it is in the 1207, behind the raid. That way, when I present to the team, hey guys, I need all y'all to have this ring or whatever, we're already going to be doing the raid. So easy, it's something that we will be doing. And it's not something where I got to be like, all right, guys, you got to do some side stuff. You got to go explore the Scarab vaults. You got to go do a delve and all that stuff. No, this is our bread and butter. So nice and easy thing to take advantage of. Already working on houses? No, not at the moment. I'm just in front of my house. Like I haven't done anything. Like there's nothing going on. Well, okay, there is this like quick scene that I whipped together because I was like doing some sort of footage for a thing, and I wanted to be like, oh, okay, let me just have my dude sitting here, and then I'll do this. I'll have like this sort of thing set up, and then all of a sudden, boom, haha, it's deceptive, whatever. But yeah, I haven't done anything to the house yesterday. I was working on the lighting video. and the audio's done. I just need to start getting footage, and the footage honestly isn't going to be hard to get. So depending on whether or not there's news today, I'm going to try to push it out in the afternoon, something like that. It's not going to be my usual release time, which I don't really like, but I can deal with that. And then that way I'll make room for, you know, the patch stuff, the trading post stuff in separate videos on a different day. It'll be nice. Should be nice. With Double Rapid finally got the last score from Crush today. Very nice. Congratulations. I did see that Blizzard had fixed the World Quest bonus event, and now people are in fact getting double rep from stuff, which is also cool. We'll see if I manage to actually get around to doing World Quests and all that. But yeah, let's see. One thing that I want to check out really quick. Can I add more rooms? I can add one tiny room. Ah, crud. So, you know, I think that'll work. That should work. Because I'm going to get various screenshots and little things, and I need demo rooms to use. So I just need something that is, you know, not that close by. So that way, when I'm like talking about stuff, I can be like, okay, here's the footage and blah, blah, blah. And then I cut to the side here, and then I'll do like the breakdown of that'll like point to this decor, this decor, this decor, and, you know, that sort of thing. So that'll be fun. Yeah. I feel pretty good about the tutorial vid. The only question is, are people going to give a shit? You know, are people less interested in learning like how it works, and do they want to, you know, or instead do they prefer to just be told exactly how to make like a certain sort of thing, or are they just going to wait for copy paste and not care anyway? I just feel like there's a really strong value in, you know, learning how the things work, so that way when the time comes, these folks can be inspired to be like, oh, you know, let me do my thing, and it's going to be like this and this and this, and that'd be kind of cool. So that's the hope. Am I wearing a Blizzard shirt? And if so, is the emblem silk screen or is the decal heat stuck onto the t-shirts? I'm not familiar with the terms, but I can tell you it's like the one that you probably don't like. Where eventually, thankfully it hasn't yet, but eventually this is going to start breaking apart. But it does feel, you know, actually it's better than, it's not the iron-on. Like, some of them are. This one is okay, but I don't think it's a great quality one. And after so many washes, it's going to start breaking down. Like the What Sword shirt, oh, that thing started breaking up like after a couple washes. I was like, yo, what happened? This quality sucks. I was pretty disappointed by that one. I was so disappointed, I just made my own shirt. I'm like, you know what, screw that, I'm gonna make my own. No one buys it, but I'm proud of it. So, but yeah, that's this time. And honestly, like, here, look, we have some time. Let me go to the gear store real quick. Whoever does the gear store stuff, it's not that great. I really would. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like there's a lot of great thought that's put into the brand. You know, it's not great, in my opinion, at least. So y'all know that I mostly get like shirts. That's my thing. But some of these, they just don't feel like they sit right. Or they're just goofy. Like, do I need like that huge text there? So, no. I have a what sort? No, it's a spoof on it, and you can take a look. But yeah, it's not exactly what you think. But yeah, not fond of like shaman. Like, yeah, like any fan would know this. Why do I need to have like? Yeah, so I'm cool with like the branding there up front. I'm cool with like the subtle logo and whatnot. Zaltath one like is okay. Um, yeah, yeah. Shop now to receive the new little Staropod in. No, I'm good. No thanks. What else do we got here? Like, what are ones that are solid? Ashburn, yeah, I don't feel like I need... I guess large text isn't something that I'm too fond of. I don't need the branding to, like, scream at people's faces. Now, of course, I did buy the ducks. The ducks were cool. That one I have. The Keep It Deadly, that one I got. That one's cool. Yeah. Oh, and that's all the shirts? Damn. Yeah. There's one shirt that you'll see me wear every now and then. It's one with Sylvanas. And that was a partnership with Uniqlo. Try to pull this thing up. So you see me wear this every now and then. Love the design of that. You know, I thought that was like hella cool. And they haven't done it since, and that's a bummer. Link it? Yeah, sure. I guess I don't have it on the dude, I'm leaving money on the table, man. I should at least leave that link there. Okay, so let me where's my bookmark thing? Okay, there's that. We'll get there. We'll get there. Come on. Okay, there's the link. Yeah. There it is. All right. We got 7 minutes left until it's showtime. I can head over to the first spot in a bit. So whose places are we looking at today? So we got LaCraft's, Daz Coffee, WildArt, Americat, and Call Me CJ. Or CJ. All right. Also, yeah, I don't think I did too great with yesterday's thing, with yesterday's raid. So where is... I'll go with Veilgore stuff. How did I do on dragons? I'm not even using cool Healy stuff these days. I'm so sad. So, where's my damage? Down in the dumps? Wait. Wait. No, that's weird. Hold on. I parsed blue? Bullshit. How did I parse blue on dragons? I typically do like awful. See, I typically gray parse on damage, and then I like bang on the heals. Lives here and the other done on the healing. Yeah, this is terrible. So for me, 99 is like that's like a C plus. You know, if I'm not doing 99, then I'm doing things wrong. But yeah, I have not been able to do like much external healing. See, how much did I do to people? I did some spot healing. It's just not very strong. Curses. And then on paladins, I died. So that I know I didn't do great on. Yeah, 80. Oh, that's the worst. What about other fights? Okay, this one's almost tank and spank, but also this one's weird because I think we do kind of weird stuff with who holds on to the buffs longer, debuffs longer. Okay, actually, no, I do well because of Holy Shield, probably. Yeah. Okay, so I excel pretty hard at that. So at least I got a 99. Yay. But I want my hundreds, man. Y'all don't understand. Some of y'all get it. Who've known me for a while, but to me, this is a big deal. It's a big deal that I do well with these with healing numbers. If I don't, it's just all bad. And I'm doing all bad. Oh well. Let's teleport over. Oh, is that a typo? That's a very small spot. So this is a 1-room build, but it says that the budget is 400 out of 4,000, or is it 4,000 out of 4,000? I'm inclined to believe the latter. Yeah. Oh well, we'll see in a bit. Ooh. But how about you guys? It's Wednesday, so some of y'all might have been doing some stuff. Any good drops? For those on EU, any cool stuff from the vault at all? Maybe. Oh, I'm not familiar with this plot. This is a cool stretch though, because you have like this stretch of beach down in what, southeast? Yeah. Hey, this is cool. Feel kind of bad. You know, some of these places just are not appreciated. Rolled for Mythic Trinket and you got a back. Oh no. Sad song, dude. Yeah, my rolls have been pretty bad too. Yeah, so I'm right there with you. Okay, so that's neat. You have like this stretch of like 4 houses along the coast. Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Still need a helmet? Yeah, like I said, I'm starving for like accessories. My neck is fine. I got a good, it's got a solid stats on the crit and haste. You know, that's fine, but I'm kind of lacking on the crit. I have like this filthy ass mastery stuff. Ugh, gross. But I did end up crafting myself a weapon. You know, so there's that. And I think week after next, I'll have enough myth to get to craft another myth thing, which I'm sure is going to be a ring, but we'll see what happens with the new stuff. Okay, I think this is, shoot, I think this is their spot. Yeah, okay, sorry. Promise, I'll be surprised again when I look at this. Trust. All right. Get to log on. Oh no. Well, I hope that everyone's safe. All right. Had to resort to spam running Dells and finding the vendor to replace for Hero. Yeah, like I did get myself I think a ring from Delves through that vendor. No, that's a lie. So I'll need to go after this version. Yeah. Okay. I'll just have to, well, actually, I think I need to get more renowned stuff, right? So I think at level 9 is when I get, yeah. Tier 11 coffers now have a chance to do a thing, and then tiers 8, 9, and 10 also reward those things that I can trade for better stuff. Okay, so I gotta slam me some delves this week. My list for the day, let's see. I don't know if your handle's different, but I do not see you. Oh, you signed up yesterday. Yeah, you signed up yesterday, dude. So yeah, it's gonna be a week. until I see you. How is the queue, by the way? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. Wait, I got a lot of repeats. Hold on. Um, Actually, no, that's not so bad. Wait, hold on. 421. Okay, I'm gonna have to tell them like you gotta wait a month. I know some people like so some people they'll sign up twice and I'll be like, can you just do one? Because I really don't want to I really want to leave room for folks to for newer folks. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so like with this other person, like half of the half of next week's queue are returnees. And I kind of don't want that. Um like I said, I want to leave room for new folks because y'all might see in chat, we regularly get folks, "Ooh, how do I sign up? How do I sign up?" You know what I mean? But I don't want to discourage folks from signing up, and that's why I do the whole 30-day cooldown between visits per person. So I feel bad, but I'm gonna have to reach out to them and be like, I'm gonna have to defer you for like later because yada yada yada. Um, what's my delay? 1 week. Yeah. So people who sign up this week, I see them next week. It's not like how it was before. For when we were first getting started with this, I was like, yeah, sign up and blah blah blah. It was like really like, I didn't know what I was doing. So some people were waiting like 3 weeks or a month for me to see their place. I don't want that. I definitely don't want that because there's a fairly good chance that people sign up and by the time I get there, it's going to be something completely different, which is fine and all that. But it kind of, I'm trying to make this sort of, I'm trying to set expectations, right? So, yeah, I'll have to make sure to reach out to them, to this person later. So I'm so sorry, person. Um, I should double check the other ones too, just in case, because some of these names aren't too familiar. Like some of these look like, okay, yeah, it's been a month, but otherwise, anyway, that's some behind the scenes shit. And I'll take care of that later. For now, let's get to the good stuff because it's showtime, baby. Oh, hello, creature. Hey. Oh, all right. He's trying to establish territory, or it's a mating dance for this guy. Lizard's like, oh, Lizard is not impressed. Oh no, maybe they are. Oh. He's being very coy, I think. Ah, 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 ah. All right. All right, folks, we're at LaCraft's place. We're over in Razorwind. And what do we have here? So first off, we have this obvious, like, look, kind of this kit bashed whole tent kind of skin thing going on. But we pan out, oh, that's pretty. So first off, we have like some watering stuff going on down there. Hostas do great in every situation. So it looks like those are thriving. But right up front here, we haven't really seen, I tend to see more houses from founders than I do in Razorwind, which is kind of a shame because Razorwind has some awesome environments. And in this case, we have what it's funny. I've seen so many places, but I haven't seen a whole lot of just straight up beach houses. And this is it. We have like this really light colored, natural looking vibe over here. This is awesome. This is very, very good. I like how this is all coming together. So we have like the big old market tent that is providing like most of the skin for this house. And you can see up front how the construction's coming together. You know, we have our logs, we have our giant thick platforms, big beams, and more platforms right up front here. And you can see like how it's using a different texture. Like this is using the more rugged texture. This is the more folk texture. You know, so they made like this little distinction here. And then you climb up to this porch area. Here's the way you probably get into the house. Yeah, that's how it looks. You have these big old privacy screens to act as very lit up windows. Nice stuff with the banisters. And then as we go around, we'll pass by the little watering thing again. Right behind it, a couple more greens to sort of set the mood. And then up top, you have a bunch of, looks like upside down canoes to help like skin this top area here. Yeah, so this is like this is a really cool tent sort of setup. I like this a lot. Yeah, very, very charming. Yeah, so let's go inside and see what we got in this apparently one-room house. All right. Holy moly. Okay, I did not know what to expect. This is like one of the last things I expected. Beach house up front, but apparently it's hiding a space. Dude, this looks badass. Holy cow. Okay, this is the whole room. Wow, this is very, very tight. So wow. Okay, since this is all we got here, let's start breaking things down. Wait, is that? The boss is here too. They're just hiding, but I see your puppy. Ha ha ha. Anyway. Okay, so the screen is screaming at me. And I know what this is. This is a void table. But ooh, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here because they needed multiple tables here to create this sort of effect of like traveling through space and all that. So here's like, I'm just guessing, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like maybe 9 tables are being used for this. That's so cool. Like it's so well done, and I think these look like just beams that are creating the whole window, because otherwise there's like this there's a lot of clip that you would find here, a collision, but boy, they made this really clean looking. Oh, that's badass. That's so sick. That is so sick. Okay, so panning back a little bit, which I don't really have room for. You know, we get to this console here, and oh man, there is just innumerable things here. Like I got to turn the highlight on so we can just see everything. So here we have like the drill, I believe, and the highlights. It's gonna do its best to try to show everything off, but there are some things that will just overlap, so it'll be like kind of tough. So yeah, so here's like the drill thing. Here's like a bed, gnomish bed, is over there for like more piping. You have this beam for the base, and then back here you have like just the couch, you know, just parts of the couch that are being used, the front of the couch even. Oh, that's very interesting. So I guess it's high enough that the rest of this couch is below here, and we can't otherwise see it. We have like the fences that are used for the piping here. Yeah, so notice, like, at least on this side here, we have beam number 1, beam number 2 that provides like the foundation, all right? And then we start stacking stuff on it, you know, to sort of like skin it. So they set up this whole frame, you know, we can call this like sort of a frame. And then they just put stuff on top and like, does this fit right? Great. You know, it just kind of went from there. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Right up top here, you can see these 2 curved tables that are coming together. You got your treasure chest, it looks like that's up top, string lights and everything. And then the console itself. Let's get a closer look at this thing. So the surface that's being used here is just a crate, you know, just to make a sort of blank-ish kind of surface. One, two, three, four of them, and then you have like just little things to create textures with. So there's like a order hall map. There's that whole rotating void thing. I don't even know what this is. Is this like multiple crates? Oh no, those are multiple glass bottles. Oh, that's dope. That's so cool. So they clipped little tiny bits of the glass bottle. So there's like one, and then there's two, or something like that. And then this looks like just a barrel thing. This glass thing here, that's the bottom of a bottle. Very cool. There's what I'm guessing is like the bottom of a rug plus the enchanting glyph. And then this surface here happens to be the bottom of a barricade. So that's how you have that surface there. Wow. Just wow, dude. Hugely impressed by this setup. And I love that there's like this bit of clutter as well. You know, so here you have like your table, you have another barrel that's just being jammed in there. Another one of these like doohickey things that are on the side, facing even a crane. I don't know why you have a crane in here, but why not? Why the heck not? And then back here, okay, I'm curious about the door. So I think these are like the bottom of different tables, it looks like. So yeah. So here's like here's like one table, and like here's the bottom of it. And then this right here is just one more table. And then a giant like gear looking thing. Yeah, that's sick. Surface wise, we're on top of some weapon platforms. This right here is just a big table. Ah, very cool. Damn. Just, and this is with a budget of 400. You know, so not a whole lot is actually in here. But there's like, oh, and there's the loo. Oh no, that's sad. That's not good. Wow. Oh, what's this beam here? Not too sure. That is, okay, that's the sconce there. I'm trying to go around it though. Can I go up here? Okay, that's just another chest. Got that, but I'm trying to get that. I think I should know what this is. I think I've seen this before, but I can't click past the light, which is a shame. Oh well. Oh wow, this is great. Awesome. Awesome. I'm pretty sure there's no like secret summoner or other here. This is just kind of it. Because I think I see a wall back there. Fantastic. Well done. It's too bad this is just a one room build. So you have to like dismantle it and whatnot if you wanted to like turn this into like an actual cockpit of like a giant starship or something like that. But hey, once import export comes in, you can just take this thing, rip it out, and then plop it down somewhere else later. That's sick. That is sick. Yeah, I think it is part of the weapon rack. Yeah, really neat. Really neat build. Thanks for showing us. I'm still like this screen though. Oh, so good. So good. Yeah. I've been wanting to like get something to achieve a look like this. I just wasn't sure how to do it. This is the blueprint. This is how to do it. Yeah. Sick. So much potential there. Yeah, like you said, Robert. All right. Oh, that was a good and short one for a first visit. And that's all we'll get. The rest are going to be the rest are going to be epic crawls. All right, so next is Daz Coffees. All right, 39. Doom and cookies. Cookies. Oh, that's a start screen right there. Or a yeah, it's a lot of things. Oh, did I get screenshots of that one? I'm pretty sure I did, but did I get enough? Oh, I got none. I didn't take any screenshots. No, sorry. I got to go back real quick. Sorry. Thankfully, it was so short that I can afford the time. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, I was too floored to take screenshots. Whoops. Got been recording. Yeah. Now I do in on the sign up sheets, I have a reminder that says, you give me permission to use your footage for like stuff. I'm not going to use it for that though. I mean, that'd be a bit much. I'd plaster their credits all over the place, sure. But yeah, yeah, I'm good. Maybe I'll talk to them actually. I don't know. Because dude, that looks so sick. All right, so let me just take a couple of shots here. Because yeah, epic, dude. Really, really epic shot. And you said you can. I'll come back here later. I'll do a recording because I'll want to like throw the filters on and all that stuff, and I'll need to like play with things. It would be cool if I gave myself the time to um or maybe I'll hold a contest or something like that. That'd be sick. That'd be a cool contest. It's gonna be like a nothing prize and all that. It's just like, hey, just give me like the coolest like one room, just a gallery thing or something like that. That can be like a startup screen, a stream start sort of thing. That'd be kind of neat. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Hmm. I'll need to like make a new form for stuff like that. So I'll I'll definitely think about that. But yeah, really awesome. All right. Now we're heading to Daz Coffee's place. Promise, promise. They are currently in a dungeon. Ooh. All right, 39. Stanley used to call those a no prize. A no prize. Hmm. I mean, I have this does kind of combine with another thought that I had. I shared with you guys the other week. I'm like, hey, I want to do like a little contest, like, no big prize or nothing. It's just for the glory or whatnot. One closet space. One closet space that just pops. Um, totally freestyle. There's no set, maybe I should think of a theme because that'll help direct people. Um, uh, but I'm still thinking about how to do that. But then I guess that would be the other thing too. Like make something that would look really cool as a Twitch start screen or whatever, right? And then the top ones will get a round of applause from me. No, just kidding. I'll want to give something, because that's cool. Imagine the cool tiny cities like a museum would be so cool. I mean, I would say like one of the things that would make it pop if we were to do a contest like that is like it's got to be animated. Remember, this is a start screen, so you got to have like some sort of like something going. Having a whole thing traveling through space, that's one, right? So and there's only so many things that you can that are animated that you can really just have it like scream at people. All right. Like I said, I had a bad start to the morning, so you got to bear with me. I hope I'm doing okay. All right. Ooh, this is very pretty. All right, folks, this is Daz Coffee's place. We are over in Razorwind again. I feel like most, you know, I'd say like more EU players than not are in Founders. More US players than not Razorwind. I don't think that's true though. Maybe I should like run the numbers at some point, but like check out like this epic entrance going into the house. Remember, we're still outdoors. So I'm pretty confident that if I veer off to the side, we're going to see like a lot of like nothing. It's you know we're going to see the limitations of the budget like really come into play. But yeah, this looks so cool, epic. Big archers that are greeting us inside, and we'll go down the path. We'll go down the intended route. So it happens to be raining as well, so that kind of helps with the whole sprinkler thing that we're kind of going through. This has been like super embiggened, made to, you know, again, be the sort of path that leads us in. Lots and lots of greens, Herondar stuff. Like we got these fun glows to help illuminate the plant life and everything. It's all spilling out and everything, like huge variety. And then as we cross through, we'll go through 1, 2 of these Niffin arches. And then we're invited to have a seat on this super deluxe bench. Because here's the bench, and then here's like 2 chairs on the side. Very cute. Oh, and then they made sure to kind of like net this thing off. So that way, you know, to make sure that folks are going down the intended path. And then inside we go. I just want to double check right on the outside. I'm pretty sure there's, like I said, it's going to be an exposed side, right? And yeah, so all good though. All good. That's neat. That's really, really neat. I love that perspective shot. And I'm pretty sure nothing here too. Yeah, nice and exposed. So let's mosey on in, shall we? All right, so according to the notes, there is a bar to look forward to. So let's start exploring and trying to find it. As a reminder, I think we're still experiencing that bug where the floors are being reset to folk. I just want to let folks know, in case people are like, huh, that there's just a bug and they're in the process of fixing it, and hopefully it'll happen someday. Today, though, we're going to clench and just kind of deal with it and explore. So as we go in, we're invited to lay down our weapons, hang up our stuff as usual. So we'll pan back around and things kind of like open and close up because we have this massive, massive double fountain that we're greeted with. Now, I'm of the belief, I think these are 2 fountains actually. I'm not sure though, because my memory is just thrown off these days. I know there's like a double fountain that we have for Midnight that's based on the Sindori stuff. But I think this is just 1. And they just like stack 2. Maybe that's what's going on, but oh well. Not too sure. As we enter this first room though, very well lit, we have like these soft blue lights all over the place. You can see like how it's coming from mostly the filigree lights, but you have like some slight glows. I think this produces like a bit of a lighting effect, or at least a glow of the fountain as well. To kind of contrast this, we have this, first time I've seen this used, we have this upside down set of Dranathus crystals. So pretend like these are like solid wires or something like that, and then these are made to be an arch when you're coming in. That's neat. Notice here we have like these extra, God, what are they called again? The moonwell looking things. Okay, the large brazier. Okay. Now this one does in fact produce like, it looks like it's producing a glow of its own, or it's lighting of its own. So we're invited to go to the left. That seems to be blocked off. And there seems to be like a shroud, a paladin flag there, but looks like it's a hidden door. So we're going to go this way first. So right through. Ooh. Oh, neat. We have this cool little hallway. And okay, wait, what's going on there? We got We got a Reptar and a Mr. Snuffles. I think they're slacking off, dude. I think they work here, but they're like off. They're having like a drink break. Yeah. Jeez. So we can see the walls behind here and all that, but for the most part, let's just kind of keep focused on like this shot here. Neat. Really neat. Bunch of Borealis string lights. That's a lot of crafted stuff, by the way. I think. No. I think these you could just buy with currency. Yeah. It's the goblin ones that have that are crafted. So we go through here, we enter the skybox room, and we're greeted with dun, dun, dun. Oh wow. So we've gone into this sort of otherworldly place. We have this magical climb that'll lead to like that suspended whatever it is up there. Let's check out what's down here first. So down here, let's pan back, and we have like this little makeup of an entrance, and actually I think this leads us back inside to where like the Mr. Snuffles and yeah, so they're like drinking over there. They're they're doing their thing. But we were going through all hallways, so I don't think there's anything else to see except for like the two slackers over there. But out here, why would you go there and drink? Like, is it that bad? Maybe it's super illegal stuff, or maybe they're stealing stuff. Okay, so we'll find out what's going on there. Back to out here, let's enjoy all the pretty stuff. So it looks like we have just kind of like these cool set pieces being displayed here. This little kind of like Naru dedication, but it's made out of wood. So you can say it's kind of like this sort of primal creation, like Furbolgs put this together or something like that. We have the Arkandor that's just made as a tree. This you do not see very often, or I have not seen this very often. Just a tree. That's kind of cool. Now this is a new thing that came in with this patch. It's a hammock that I believe came from Abyss Anglers. So you can buy like one of these, and now that I'm seeing this up close, this looks really cool. You know, a lot of the new stuff that we're seeing in Midnight, they have like these great looking smooth textures. It looks hella good. Yeah, love how it all comes together. It almost feels like it clashes with some of this other, with some of the other plant life here, which is kind of a shame. It's like, oh man, I wish this could all like come at us with the same quality and fidelity and all that. But well, it's still really cool looking. We pan around, and we can see like more of these greens, more of these kinds of like set pieces. We have what I believe is a little tiny fountain. Yeah, there's a little, I think. Actually, no. I think this is like a void fountain of some sort. Oh, no, it's the meditation pool. Okay, it's just made to be really, really small. That's cool. It almost looks like that's a string, and it's like hanging there. Yeah, I find that very, very neat. So that's happening inside of Hotel Night Fae over there. And by hotel, I mean it's a one-room little sardine can. And then what is that? That's a curious... Okay, that's not a fountain. It is another brazier. Okay, so it's just kind of coming out there. So as we pan around a little bit more Herondar stuff, which makes it look very grand. It almost looks opulent in you know, with this sort of like surrounding vibe here. But then it's just a giant plant sort of thing that we're in. But I think if it's dressed the right way. Oh, dude, there's a Miss Murgle who's trying to invade. Oh, maybe that's her spot. And we're like, yo, Miss Murgle, you're okay? She's like, I got this. Don't. I can do this. She's a perfectly capable young woman, okay? All right, really cool stuff down here. But now, let's do the climb. And we are climbing. Yeah, this has a sort of like abstract vibe to it, because, you know, we're right against the sky, the wall of the skybox room. we're climbing up like these floating stairs. Um, Plus, we have these lampposts to help guide the way. Although obviously we only have one way to go. So we're climbing higher and higher and higher. And then we get to this kind of, oh, it's kind of like this upper loft or apartment sort of setup, right? So there we got food. We have a place to sleep, place to change, relax. And then we can set up our own food. So very spacious up here, actually. You can have a little party up here too. I believe this is not the bar that we intend to find. We'll keep looking around because we have that other wing of the house to look at. Well, yeah, we have this nice spread of food for one. So maybe they do have like a couple of guests. It's like, hey girl, you want to come up and check out my spot? And then they're like, no, I'm going to chill with Miss Murgle down there because they seem to have like the really cool looking bed. You're like, oh, okay, cool. I'll just be up here with all the food because Miss Murgle ain't got no food. I got the food. And yeah, so you have a good time. Yeah, so I kind of feel bad for whoever is living up there. So spacious and yet so alone. Kind of sad. Now, what might have that? What might this have to do? Okay, we're gonna look at these like two dudes, the two slackers. I want to see what's going on. So, what are they doing? They are each enjoying a drink in front of this effigy, slightly hidden, but not so much. I have a feeling this is contraband and they're like drinking in secret. That's the story I'm going to tell right now. They're up to no good. But does that have anything to do with that upper loft or Miss Murgle? I don't know. There might be something going on. Maybe they were both like going after Miss Murgle, like, yo, like she's freaking hot, right? But then they both got rejected, and now they're just like, oh, forget it, dude. And maybe they live up here. I don't know. This could be a thing. This could be a thing. Perhaps we'll learn more as we go into the other wing. All right. So we return to the main wing. All right. Now this, again, we have this paladin flag as the shroud, and we'll see what this reveals. It reveals nothing so far. Okay, now it reveals, okay, oh, all right, they weren't kidding. We're going pretty hard on the paladin vibe all of a sudden. Yeah, so let's see what else is to explore here. Big old warrior wall right there too. And as we explore a little bit more, we go into like some of these. So we entered a stairwell room just now. Oh, and what's this? Oh, that's cool. We got a flag. Very awesome. Help me out because I'm not familiar enough with it. What is this? What's the circle there for? Is that supposed to mean something? Because I'm not sure. Now, as for the patterning and all that, this looks pretty darn clean. Now, especially these lines. Oh, these look really smooth. I know. Well, I know it's an elven table, but I'm just thinking about the flag. Like, I'm just wondering. Like, I don't remember a symbol like that being there, but Well, yeah. What I really like here, this part looks super clean. And what is this exactly? These are shelves. Ah, these are the backs of shelves being used. That's pretty good. Now, as for these look like, I don't know. Oh, these are also shelves. Oh, so they're just being angled in such a way, one, coming at one angle here, one angle here. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, that's tough. Now, I wonder how accurate this is to the real flag, because you can see here you have like a certain angle, right? I don't know if it's supposed to be like a 45 degree or something like that, but no, really well done though. Really well done. What else do we have in this little small room that's built into the stairwell? Because you notice here we have the doorway, but then we have the climb, and then it's exposed. So not as much privacy as as they think that they have. Yeah, we do have like a nice little setup, bedroom stuff. Oh, and then there's a Miss Murgle right over there too, hanging out. Nice. Oh, they hit some snacks for themselves too. Sick. And what are they having before bed? Pies and cakes. Oh, excellent. Excellent lifestyle. Truly a way to live. The yellow with the purple circle is supposed to be intersex. Oh, okay, cool. I learned something. All right, so now we're doing the climb. All right, and it looks like this has been dressed with shrouds as we make our way up. We have these nice little set pieces. This one happens to be using using the fountain side. We keep going. Oh, we got some cleanup over here. Maybe someone was like rabble rousing around here. Another fountain is being used to line this corner. The area here is a little bit bare, but then we come up here and all of a sudden blacksmithing stuff. It started soft. It started soft, serene, but then up here, this is where we're doing work, right? So I would imagine this to not be the most peaceful climb as you're coming up. You just hear like the constant clanging of stuff, and then suddenly bathroom, right? It's pretty open air, thankfully, because otherwise there's no windows or nothing like that. But we do have a full sort of thing going on. We have we have a waterfall. We have waterfall shower right here in the middle, and then we split off into one bath or the other. So a bath for two. Very interesting. Kind of social. Especially social because, ooh, now that. So how do I climb in this one? So I climb in just like this. Excellent. So, all right. That'll do. I almost fit. But how do I tuck myself in there? For safety, yes, absolutely. So you gotta like kind of like climb your way out, like you back up and then you stand on the toilet, right? And then you jump off, and then you're good. So, boom. All right. So once we rinse off, we're good to go, and we can proceed. All right. So right through here, past the blacksmith and bathroom. Now we enter, ooh. All right, so things tighten up again, but we have like this sort of windy path. So we can go that way. I have a feeling that I want to go this way first, though, or I at least want to take a peek. So we take a peek here, and so this might be this whole outdoor hallways of sorts. And here we have, feels like a gift shop. Not even so much a trophy room, but more like, hey, you want to get some gifts? You want to get some rando swag? Cool, this is the place to get it. Clearly, there's a grudge, seeing as how Terralian's face has been impaled with a boar. Okay. There are feelings. There are feelings behind this build. Got it. Now, this feels like a kind of a hallway sort of deal. So we're going to keep going around, and we should round out. Oh, we should round out around the rest of the spots. So here, I'm a little bit less certain what's going on here. Not exactly a hate kind of thing, but I guess this is one day, man, we're going to get Erator to truly see the light, as in the green light. So this is like their conversion table. And, and a dead end. Okay, so I should backtrack and let's see what is on the other side there. Yeah, because we have another path that leads there. So let's go around poor Terralian. impaled by boar. All right, so let me take a second to break this thing down because this looks pretty wild too. So right in the middle, fountain plus plus brazier plus additional priest little thing right over there. I think I don't know if I can hit that. Yeah, it's not going to show up. Oh, now here's something interesting. They're actually using the illicit table. You know, the busted texture, because so this is the table, right? But then under it, you can see here like there's no texture. So I don't know if it's just oversight or a bug or whatever. But they're actually using it on purpose in this case to create this sort of barrier here. That's interesting. Otherwise, we have a tent inside, lots of greens that are lit up to create like that, like nice big set piece. Very cool. Here we have this obscure, just the cherry blossom tree. Sorry, Panda. Couldn't fit you in there. So Panda's like somewhere down there. And then they created like a new sort of base to, so we can like kind of walk through here. Clearly they're just going for the cherry tree part, not so much the Pandaren vibe. All right, so I think now we can go back around fully and explore that next spot here. All right, so a little bit of light branding here, or just super bright window. We start this climb, beam, beam, beam platform, beam, 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 beam. Then we can see how things kind of close off in this stairwell room. Looks like we might be going a little bit higher too, because there's seems to be more. So now we encounter, so this is the double kind of fountain that I was alluding to at the beginning of this visit. In this case, this one's a bit more updated, with a more of a blood elf vibe. It's kind of a sitting room too. It's kind of chill, enjoy the sights and sounds of it. But then back here, what is this back here? It's kind of like a zoo, kind of like an exhibit. Who's inside? No one, not yet. But it could be you if you cross this person, or if you announce, you know, how much you're a fan of Terrellian, then you'll be in a lot of trouble. So let's continue the climb. And then huge statue, just all of a sudden, boom. Oh, wow. Okay, so another interesting floor. And this time we have this, so they've been skinned a little bit. They have this cool little crown set up there. I think, is that like multiple? Okay, so it's one chandelier. Okay, I thought it was like multiple things going on. So it's one chandelier, then you have one hanging sconce right there. That's kind of neat. More, and this is again kind of a sitting room. Then we venture further into this next room. Now we're on the same level. We enter like this very odd library because look at the size of these books. Books as big as a man. Yeah, huge. It's almost like a Karazhan vibe of some sort. Click the gem. Oh, I thought I did click that one. Yeah, which gem are you referring to? Or were you referring to that? All right. So let's keep exploring in the meantime. We're going through another kind of, not circular hallway, but we are being wound through. We're being pathed through with all these different books. Actually, this is the end of the path, except for that secret shelf, perhaps. Valeria's kind of peeking down there. Hey, what's up? And then right through here is another, this is another secret shelf. Okay, and then nothing. Oh, no. All right, so... All right, so that's closed up. Like, we don't walk through that. Yeah, we don't walk through that. All right, and then... Was there another path through here? So we climbed up here. We're at the top of the stairwell room. So there's supposed to be some sort of like hidden thing here. And I thought that was it. I was wrong. But let's keep exploring and keep trying to find where the spot is. No, I love the clutter on this thing. It's super disorganized. It's just, oh, let's just make some walls, put this thing together. It's all kind of whip. But I like that. I like that vibe too. Now again, I'm kind of puzzled with this whole like the secret shelf behind the secret shelf, but then there's nothing back there because it's just a wall now. And I am supposed to find something else. So we'll keep exploring. I might have missed a spot. Hell, there might be some platforming going on here too. Now that I'm looking at this, because yeah, there's like something behind there. Wait. Okay. Let's see. Can I climb any of these things? Or can I like go behind something perhaps? Because I want to go back there. I saw like murlocs there. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Oh, I think we found it. Oh, oh no. Okay. I thought I found it. Oh, there we go. Yay. All right, so this is the Wet bar? Wet bar? I don't know. But yeah, populated by Murgles. Let's go. So we're pathed in here. Or that's a lot of spilt stuff. No, these are, oh dude, check it out. Yo, drink up, dude. This Murgle's like, yo, like just nonstop drink, chug, 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 chug. Okay. So they're putting together this. So it's a new bar. Got it. It's a brand new bar, wine bar, in fact. So we are being served. Murgles are hooking us up hard. We got some snacks. We got plenty more drink in the back. This is adorable. This is adorable. Wait, so that's it. Downstairs, right? You had the Snuffle. That's what's going on. The Snuffle's like, yo, I want to get some of that drink. And then the Reptar's like, okay, I think I can like sneak. Yeah, I think they might have like stole stuff from up here. And so they're like drinking it downstairs. That's it. We got it. I think we solved the mystery there. All right, so we go around the bar. And where will this lead to next? It leads us to this kind of like center area. Again, just like it's like they found this library and they decided, we're going to do something else with this. And so they did. So now back here, as we kind of like wind through, we encounter this sort of, oh, well, all the void things are here. Okay. Okay, I haven't seen something like this either, where anyone just got like all the void things and just created like this really hard void theme spot. That's kind of cool. I dig this. And the way that it's being done, it feels like a mess. It's like chaos and all that, but I like how it has this like thrown together kind of feel. I'm feeling it. So there's like Alaria, hey, what's up? And then up here is this whole trellis kind of thing. I don't know what that is actually. What's this big old structure? This is barricade. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I like that. I'm looking, this has me looking forward to seeing like a very void based house. I haven't seen that yet because that's a lot of moral. It's a lot of resource to put together, but I'm looking forward to seeing that someday. All right. And then is there anything back here? This is, it's just more books. It's just been shrouded there. Okay. All right. So with this, I think we've seen everything. It's just wild seeing like Yeah, I think that's where like the bar area is, and then we kind of went all the way around. We were just winding around and around and around this large room. It's a large octagonal room until we hit the center here. Dark heart was up towards the ceiling. Oh, I must have totally missed it then. It's just the dark heart. No big deal. Seeing that. But yeah, fun build. Fun build. Thanks for showing us. That was Daz Coffee's place. Yay. So we'll hang here for a little bit as we make our way to the next spot. Because it's almost 10. I want to see if there's any news. What do you guys think? You guys, so it's Wednesday, it's the 29th. We got 30 days this month? Yeah, we got 30 days in the month. What do you guys think will happen at 10? Do you think it's going to be patch, trading posts, or nothing? There's always that chance of nothing. Or it could be nothing now, but there might be something a little bit later this afternoon. Might be both. Oh, that'd be overwhelming. Oh, wow. It'd be a bit much, but hey, who knows? You think both? We'll see. We'll see. This will be a night. This will be a very big interruption towards today's visits, if that was the case. So I kind of hope not. I'm hoping that it's at least one thing. It's my birthday. It'll be nothing. Oh, jeez, dude. But happy birthday! Yay! Congrats on hitting 35. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. What you gonna do? You know what you should do? Head to the club. Boons, boons, boons. Yeah, that'd be fun. Nothing. Yeah, that's fine too. I, I I was out the other day and I saw some signage where someone was like, "I'm celebrating my 21st birthday," and then the dude was clearly not 21. And then you see like some subtext, and where they say, "Technically, this is the 21st time I'm celebrating my birthday with a party." I'm 20. I'm like, okay, you freaking goof. But you know what? You should treat yourself. I always try to encourage people to do that whenever they can. Remember, folks, we live in a weird ass world these days, and I am of the strong belief that whenever possible, if you can find that slice of happiness, oh, seize it. Now, of course, it's as easy as logging onto WoW and giving yourself a good time with some activities and some prizes and some decor or something like that. Um, but I'm more talking about, ooh, fix yourself like a nice dessert, right? Go watch a movie, give yourself like some time to like sit out, breathe, enjoy life for a little bit. That's the whole thing about a birthday. It doesn't have to be celebrated with others, but I think there is something to appreciate or not, because it's your life. Who am I to tell you what to do, right? Here's me living my best life inside this room, looking at other people's houses. So I'm a little self-aware. Just a little bit. But yeah, I do like this whole void thing that's going on. Now these are all the same pieces. Let's be mindful. Or at least a lot of the same pieces. So like this thing, this cosmic void cache. Oh no, here we go. The orb. So this goes for 250. That kind of drains you a little bit. But I have been seeing this used a lot for different things, like doohickeys, basically. Like, yo, just give me the orb. That's it. It's kind of like the filigree, but the anti filigree, right? All right. And then there's this thing. This thing is the... Okay, sometimes it's hard to hit these. There we go. So here's a light post. And then what else? So it's the light pose, the commander orb, and then is there another thing that's being used to make this effect? Oh, here's another one. Cosmic Void Cache. Oh, a treasure. What is it? Coal. Light sucking coal. Hmm. Could we do any other weird stuff with these? I would be cool with just having the orb. Nothing else. Yeah, just the orb. What would I do with that? Okay, they would be the creepiest eyeballs. That's for sure. Oh, yeah, I'm waiting for someone to use these as eyeballs. Like, find a Miss Murgle or something like that, and then replace the eyeballs with like these things somehow. I don't know how that would. Yeah, I don't think that would go so great, but I would try to do something like that. Yeah. All right. While we're up here, just kind of like shooting the breeze. What else we got? Oh, I just noticed we have one of the uses of the trophies. Too bad it's small. I'd love to see like, I don't know, 50 different variations of this. To suit like different sizes and what have you. That'd be neat. But I think this is about as big as you can make it too. So here's my yeah. I'm pretty sure like this is as big as it gets. By the way, this I believe costs 50 coins from the core duels. So basically do the daily twice and you'll have 100 or so, and then you can buy 2 of these if you wanted to do it. You can die. Oh, you can die. That's right. I have not seen it die yet. I think this is only like maybe the second time I've even seen this though. Yeah. Cool structure though. Too bad that there's only so many things that are dieable. But there are quite a few things that are dieable, so it should be fair. If you're doing this, keep getting distracted with other events. I would advise a little bit of redirecting towards doing the core duels because it's a temporary event. So people who are interested, they're gonna do it. They're gonna slam it. Inevitably, though, there's gonna be a drop off. I don't know how the drop off is right now because I've only done a handful of games ever since that whole Friday marathon, which was fun. The cool, I'd say one of the highlights was when the team was like, "Yo, dude, let's just go aggressive." And so, like, I don't know if you guys saw it. We're like a team of 7. We did a pre-made group. And when the match started, we were like right in front where the people come out. So people would come out, they would just see a bunch of chairs lined up and everything, and then all of a sudden we just popped a whole bunch of smoke bombs like right in front of their faces. It was it was goofy. Oh, you were there too, Ian? Nice, nice. Yeah, so we were doing a lot of that, and it was just a good time. Yeah, it was funny. Temporary, what did it say that? I said it. Haha. No, this was an interview that I did with the Decor Dual developers the other last week. My team smoked your wife's advice. Oh no. Well, we lost plenty of games too. Yeah, some of them we just got smoked. I'm like, oh no. Like I think one of the big disastrous ones was, hey, let's all try to climb up to that to the parkour area. That really high elevation. It's like, yeah, let's just go up there. That did not work out. That didn't work out at all. I would guess like if a team was skilled enough, like you could have a bunch of pre-mades go in with the void orb and just kind of like camp that spot. Try to stay as hidden for as long as possible. But when the time comes, um, uh, anyone who tries to get there, they would just get bounced off by the orb thing. So, yeah, wouldn't you be like invincible if you do something like that? And so one, they didn't say. But at least the plan is it's going to be temporary. But if things change, then they can extend it out or they can build on it. It just depends on uh, the data that they observe, I guess. All right, let's check new stuff. Here we go. All right, guys, this is a working stream. Let's do it. First off, though, I do need to get all of these, because this is going to be a full preview of stuff. Excuse me. Oh, that's cool. Streetwear. Okay. Very dapper, I was gonna say. Okay. Do 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 do. Oh, Garlock again. Oh, Parlock. Oh, it's different. Okay, that works. Okay, this is like strong with the Gilneas stuff, it looks like. That's neat. I dig that. I like that. Have some returnees. Okay, cool. All right. All right, we're good mostly. Mostly. Shoot, I want the prices to show them. Oh, barely popping in. Okay, can I make it a little? Okay, that's good enough. I can see stuff, right? Cool. All right, hey, it's Soul with another video, and today we're going to take a look at the May trading post preview. Thanks to Wowhead, we can take a look at all the 3D things right here on the side, but let's do some reading first. The gray skies of Gilneas won't put a damper on your style when you visit the May trading post. Take a part in a variety of activities to earn this month's reward. Get the Ensemble Pyrewood Rebel Streetwear Transmog set, which is that kind of thing going over there. All right. Visit Teamed Up for the good stuff, and let's see what's good. So we have some new mounts, some Gilneas mounts. The Gilneas, I lost the name. Gilneas Loyalist Roundsea. Steadfast and proud, the steed carries its rider with quiet dignity and unyielding resolve. And over here we have the Pyrewoods Rebels Roundsea. After diligent training from riders from both Worgen and human forms, these horses will now bear any rider in Gilnean finery. All right, so let's take a look at what we got with like pets and mounts. So we have Parlock, not Garlock, which I believe is one of the really early pets that we've seen that went for like a lot of tender. This one's way cheap, going out for only $250. So here's like this kind of like purpley, kind of a purpley looking ogre pet. We have little Flameo, Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is the little pit lord guy. I remember seeing something like this, something similar to this, over on the shop. Going for 250. We have a Bakar. Oh, nice. So this one's going for 325. Of course, it's only a ground mount, but it's also a puppy. So this will be one of those times where I'll be like, Soul's gonna get a mount. I'll get this mount. Cause dude, he looks cool. Oh man. All right. And then we have, and then here are the horses, which the animations, I'm sure they're going to look a little bit better on live. Here we're just seeing on Wowhead. Yeah, that looks really good. Sorry that the previews are small. There's only so much room on screen that I have here. And then here is the other one. All right. So now we have these armored transmog appearances. And what a spread. Oh, especially this one. Okay, this one I click first. Oh, that one looks pretty good. Pretty darn good, which I believe is a different skin of the one that we're going to get for the month. So don't worry about the scratches. They'll make for a wonderful Tina. Cute. And then here we have like just a crown. Just that thing up there. Cool. Just living's not enough. One must have sunshine, freedom, and a little flower crown. And then we have like the Fox costume. So this is a variant that we saw from a bit before. For unknown reasons, when donning this ensemble, everyone will take great interest in the things you say. Will they? Will they really? Oh, we have a Gilneas tabard. That's cool. We also have these kinds of tilted caps. This is kind of neat. You can see the hair kind of going through there. I'm wondering how that's going to sit on longer hairstyles too. So we'll have to see. And then we have the good old top hat. This one's a brownish style. So let's take a look at the full spread of what's available, starting with this faded Doomcloth belt. So in this case, faded, they mean like really dark gray in this case. So we have like this actually darker there, but a little bit brighter on this spot here. So I'll kind of move this aside here. It obscures a little bit, but I mostly want to point out like the prices here. So these are like the cheapies as usual. So if you wanted to go for this sort of look, right on. And then we have the gray colored like hat style as well. And so here's like one of the hats. And then it has like the whole lace thing on the side too. I didn't notice that. Then here is the stylish black cap right over here. Yeah, I'll be very interested to see how these sit. Now, thankfully, these are cheap too. So those are almost like kind of like no-brainers. Okay, that's kind of funny because it's like a solid thing there. But yeah, I'm digging the style. I'm digging the style. Here is the flower crown that we saw from a little bit earlier. And then from now we're going for these sarongs. So we're going back to like this style of stuff. It looks like there's plenty more colors to go. Here is a quiver, a Rendori quiver. So it's like that like dull, slightly bluish style, unless my eyes are all messed up. Here's the tabard we were talking about. Pretty high res tabard as well. Although it has that midriff gap. Oh, that's criminal. Dang them. They got to get rid of that. And then we have the witch hat variant. Okay, this one I like because it's a dark colored one. So like the dark grays, I'm down for that. Here's one of the ensembles that we were just looking at. Here it is like a little bit up close. Very darling, I guess. Not my style though. But I have seen a number of folks sporting this though. So, whatever you guys like, it's your tender. For me, it's gonna stay my tender. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, they got 3 variants of these. Jeez. Okay, they really want to like throw this on people. All right, so choose your style. So here, oh, this looks dope. Yeah, I'm feeling this. I like the look of this. Now, of course, these pants are super high, but I mean that's just how it goes. But yeah, I dig this. That 475. I can. I think I can stomach that. Yeah, it's mostly for the jacket. You know, the rest of this stuff, like it's very like skin tight. You know, it's kind of like a bodysuit. But up top, yeah, I think that rocks. I think I'm getting pretty close to wanting it, but we'll see how the monthly reward goes. I might just be satisfied with that. All right, and now we move on to weapon transmog appearances, such as the Gilneas something something, the Gilneas Loyalist Bolt Shot, a crossbow. Ever heard of those? Crossbows. Haven't seen much of those, but that looks pretty neat. Answers only to steady hands and lawful commands. And then we have the Bone Cracker and the Knuckle Blade. So Bone Cracker, strike down your foes in the name of order and duty. Just don't swing it back at yourself. For those who don't have claws of their own. Oh, that's kind of sad. And then we have gold variants of these guys. Cool. Almost has it reminds me of one of the Venthir sets, or not Venthir sets, like one of the Castle Nathria sets. Yeah, it has that kind of like gold flavor to it. That could be kind of cool. So here's the full spread of stuff. So we have this Randorite bow that would go with the quiver. And a lot of these are going for relatively cheap. And we have some returnees too that I noticed when I was pulling up these shots. So we have a bunch of the Ninja Turtle weapons that are coming back. So there's the katana. Here is the sai. We got the nunchuck. That looks like a stick right now. And then the other nunchuck. Got it. And then now we have like, so here's like the mace variants that we were just looking at. So these look pretty beast. I think these look pretty good. So this happens to be a one-handed mace. Yeah, I like the look of that. That's not bad. $125, not so sure how I feel about that. We'll see how it goes when I start adding up purchases and, you know, see how that ends up landing together. Knuckles look pretty good though. Too bad paladins can't use Knuckles. Big, big shame. And here's the gold variant of said Knuckles. And then here is, I guess, like I think this is the two-handed version of the sword. Yeah, it's two-handed version of the sword. And then here is the crossbow that was mentioned. That looks pretty good. That's clean. Yeah. Clean, good shape and all that. It's not a gun, but it's still pretty cool. And then here is the gold variant of it. Again, this has like that whole Castle Nathria vibe to it. Maybe it's because of the whole spikiness of it. Maybe the wolf makes it look like a bat, and that is what's giving those vibes. And then finally, we take another look at this variant here, the Pyrewood Rebel Streetwear. So this is what we have to look forward to, including the red hat. So if folks aren't fond of like the red hats, okay, or I'm sorry, the red pants, yeah, that's cool. But if you want like this style jacket, cool, it's a win. So it's kind of a question of, okay, do you want that style jacket, or do you prefer this one? Do you prefer the kind of Gen Greymane sort of look? You know, because this is a bit more of the muted look, and people might be like, oh, okay, you know, I prefer something that doesn't pop in the same way. But are you ready to throw down what I believe is $475 for that set? And that rounds out the trading post. The question now is, save or spend? What you guys gonna do? I do think I'm really tempted to pick up that set we were just looking at. That was very cool. I tend to pick up the witch hats. I'm a big fan of those variants. I like how they tend to sit. I'll probably pick up the tabard already just out of principle, because I just, you know, I like collecting tabards wherever I can. I might pick up the Titan, the puppy mount. That's kind of a big if. So it looks like I'm spending pretty hard. I might hit go close to cap, actually. I might hit 1,000. So what about you guys? Are you gonna save or spend? Let me know in the comment below. And that's gonna be it for me. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy. All right. Look at that. And I already had Premiere open too. Crazy. Now, it's not like I preset uh the thumbnail and all that either. I just figured that we would get something today. Let's double check the news again though. So we got, yep, just trading post. Okay. We still might get news of the patch though. Don't get me wrong. There is a good chance of that. But now we're going to do some wake stuff. So let's go, baby. Must have the hats. Right on. I see the crossbows being a hit. I'm a gun fan. You know, I like cool looking guns, especially ones that look a little bit more realistic. Just a little bit. Like I'm a big fan of the Wolf Slayer sniper rifle. That's still like a big hit for me. And we have seen like some cool guns. So, but that crossbow looks badass. That looks badass. That's kind of the thing with crossbows and bows. You can kind of do a little bit more with them aesthetically. Guns you can too. Um, I just feel like it lands with bows and crossbows a little bit better. I like guns, but I like the old gun sound. Yeah, I like the old gun sound. Like it can sound kind of obnoxious, but I would prefer like, okay, if it's not you, like if it's the, I guess I'm trying to say like I'd prefer if we can adjust the sound of the guns. Like that seemed to be the biggest problem, but now they just sound like little slingshots, something like that. They don't really make a sound at all, which to me is kind of a shame. I definitely prefer having some pop to it. All right. Where's the thing? There's the thing. And let's put music up there too. Done. All right. So while that goes, we'll work on this guy. Follow your vids all the time after WoW player and housing addict. I want to say thank you so much because I've been in the hospital for a month, but I can at least watch your vids. Oh, well, DJ Aries, thank you so much for the kindness. I hope that you're doing better. Hope you get out of there soon. Or even better, that you get that someone hooks you up with a laptop and so you can like play and all that. Yeah, take care of yourself, dude. Seems like you've done this before. A couple times. Couple times. Um, hurry up. Open. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm doing encoding at the same time. So that's going to be a bit. All right. Alrighty. It's Worgen time. Can I get that guy? Just that guy? Okay, I kind of can. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, maybe I should have. Shoot. Actually, yeah, maybe this would be mostly fine. Yeah, I don't like that. Hold on. Let me try this again. So, just want to highlight the dude in the middle, man. I know there are better ways I can do this, but I'm not very good at this, so. Okay, these claws, man. They're like so faded. I don't think I'll be able to get this the way that I wanted to. Can I just do like the upper part? No, I'll miss that. Maybe this will pop on its own. Let's try it. Let me at least give it a chance to shine on its own, and then maybe I'll like do it a little differently. So like maybe instead, I will blend this my damn self. All right. Sorry, Orc. You are not the star today. All right, yeah, that'll do it. All right. So nah, it's fine. We're good. Are we done? We're done. So let's get this guy uploaded. What kind of stuff for housing visits? You know what? Go ahead and DM me. I'll so here's me making exceptions. Mouse, go ahead and DM me. So that way we don't have to do like a week turnaround or a long turn time because the queue's already full. So just DM me and then we'll go over stuff. I'll squeeze you in. Don't worry. You did. Okay. Sweet. But now let's get this thing out. Look at me making exceptions right in front of everyone's faces. Yeah, I'll make it. You're good. Like there's some folks who I'll just like no. I'm like, okay, I'll hook up Mouse, I'll hook up Cottage Wizard, I'll hook up Custodian, I'll hook up, some other folks. Um but for a chance to get blown away by a freaking Mouse and Cottage Wizard project, dude, I'm so there. All right. Full preview trading post items. Oh, actually, May trading posts. And where is the thing? Almost done. Promise. Wow, 25 minutes? Dang, I feel like feel slow. All right, and quick sanity check. Wrong channel. Fuck. This is not the first time I've made this error. You suck. You idiot. Okay. Let's try this again. Shall we? I'm like just about to hit the trigger and everything. All right. Ooh, yeah. Folks are really burnt over this patch. It's not often. Well, it's usually around times like these where I'll look at like the YouTube numbers and I'm like, wow, I straight up net lost subscribers over the past month. It's not anyone's fault. It's well, okay, it's Blizzard's fault, but uh, I remember before I would blame myself for it. Like, oh, I would just feel bad. But I eventually like got over it. I'm like, okay, it's some things are just outside of my control. Can't really do anything about it. All right. Round two. But now I gotta wait a little bit for the upload to finish. All right. When I get out, I feel confident enough to put one of the houses up for a tour, and if you decide to give the option for a critique or suggestions, I'm more than open to it. Yeah, I've been kind of like rehearsing in my head like how I want to invite people over for it. Um, yeah, it's gonna be very soft. Well, it's gonna be beta testing, so we'll see. And it's still so efficient. I spend like an hour today just writing description and titles. That's tough. Like I just do a bad job at it, honestly. I don't think I do a good description and titles. Um, and it affects me. Like if I had like more effective thumbnails for like certain things, like I'll feel bad when like over on the other channel, if I have like a cool visit, I'm like, oh, this thing looks awesome. But then it just bombs on the views because maybe I just did a bad thumbnail or the title wasn't right or something like that. It'll feel bad. That reflects on me and not the person who made that house. So I'll feel like, oh man, I feel like I've done them an injustice. All right, so I think now we're good. Publish, damn it. Do as I say. All right. So there's a link. You can help me out by clicking on it, watching it the whole way through. And then when you're presented with another video to watch something else, just real quick, and then leave immediately. So that would help out a lot. Uh, Yeah, bummer. Numbers are just not great, but I can at least say it's not me. It's not my fault. All right. So that's done. Thanks for putting up with that. That took up effectively like one visit, right? As far as finding a house, there's nothing to be ashamed of since I've torn down mine. I haven't been finished one room and it's been a couple of months. Oh, that's rough. Since I signed up for virtual yesterday, I would like to be there when you go inside so I can make sure. Do you know approximately what day that will be so I can make sure I'm there? I'm not gonna know for sure until Sunday. So that's when I'll post the schedule. And then that's going to and then I kind of have a tentative on like, okay, I'm going to have these five people here, these five people here, these five people here. And so that'll kind of give you a ballpark. Visits are about 20 to 30 minutes long, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer. But of course, there are things that can get in the way. For example, I might have to do a trading post video, and then that will cut into the time. So it's pretty hard to schedule that sort of stuff because there could be things that suddenly get in the way. All right. It looks like you're the first person on the US who signed up. So I would give some confidence that it'll probably be on Tuesday. Actually, I'm sorry. It'll probably be on Wednesday. Because I look at EU folks first. Um, yeah. So I can at least tell you the day. Do I message people before the visit? No, I do not. Like I just go, and that's about it. Yeah, no, I get it. Like the difficulty with trying to time things like really correctly though is again because something might get in the way. Realms might have problems, any number of things could get in the way, including like news things or what have you. Or if there's like some problem and then like the person can't make it, then that kind of like throws off the schedule. So I try to make it clear when people sign up, I'm gonna go ready or not. Um, so at the very least, have your privacy settings good. I mean, in this case, it kind of sucks because of the whole bug with the floors changing and everything. So I can, I totally get it when people want to have their house looking the way they want it to look when we come and visit. I can't imagine the irritation um, when it doesn't work out like that. So I try to be accommodating for it, and I'll just kind of let people know during the visit or at the start of the visit, hey, you know what? There's this bug, blah blah blah. Um, so if floors look funny, this is why. So let's try to let's try to be forgiving about it. All right, we're heading over to the next spot. This is Mrs. Mingos's place. Actually, that's their battle tag. It's WildHeart's place we'll be going to. Wild Heart. So I want to make sure you're not in the. Oh, yeah, okay, right on. Yeah, I try to give a little bit of a advance notice ish. A little bit of an idea. By the way, I didn't thank people from yesterday. A big thanks to Chesto Cat and Kaya for subscribing. Much appreciated. Also, thanks to Satbeam for the Prime. Yay! All right. So I might be a little bit over on time today. Maybe we'll see. I think the trading post that kind of made up for uh, the very short visit that we did in that first spot. So, haha, that worked out. How about that? Okay, so let's get my windows back up and going. Where is it? Not that one. Like many, I am the type who have like way too many browser windows and whatnot open, and I am unable to find my my spreadsheet. Where? Oh, there it is. Yay! Back to business. All right, we're at WildArt's place. We're over in Founders this time around, and in this case, check out the fencing. So we have a totally closed off spot. You know, a demand for just a little bit of privacy. We do have an opening there for the flight deck, or well, I call it the flight deck, but there's like food up there and everything. It'd be cooler if there was a like a griffin or something like that up there. Now here's what's interesting. So like here's the entrance of the house. You know, here's the main road. We come in, but it looks like this is the back of the house instead. So a very interesting choice on how they wanted to set up the orientation of the spots, because it's like we're going in from like the backyard or so. But still, let's take a look and let's see what's going on. So behind here in the house, we have like this big old well, a couple of places. Oh, there's the griffin. Hey, we found him. Haha. He just wanted some shade. Very cool. So we go around, you know, note how the LaCraft fencing is going pretty much all the way around. But then we wind around and finally get to the front yard. And from here, the front of this Calderai house, we have this grand kind of porch setup. We have this very interesting climb here, triangular climbs that lead us up right up to the top. And we have this whole elven setup. Nice and gold. We got some wine set up for us as well, as we enjoy some of the sights, taking some breath. It's nice and windy out right now. And again, just enjoy some of the sights and sounds. Now, curiously, we have like a little kind of a Murloc station or a Murloc house right up here. Some overgrowth is surrounding that side. And then up top, you got your little windmill. Again, windy day out. So you can count on that delivering. And then here's kind of the shot from up top. So here I just noticed the Borella string lights that are just hanging out right up top there. And a lot of stacked towers up top. Now, funny enough, we have like this, the windows there, they're not like fully aligned. They're not fully straight, you know, which seem intentional. You know, this is the provided house. Cool though. Let's head on inside and see what we got. All right, so the notes here say that there's going to be an amphitheater somewhere in here. Let's keep an eye out for that. Should be easy to spot. It's an amphitheater. As soon as we come in, you know, we are greeted with an invitation to throw down our goods, put down our keys. I'll say keys. That seems to be the most appropriate thing. No weapons, though. This is a house of zero violence until we find violence. We come in and we're greeted. Dude, big old TV. This is what I'm looking at. Boom. We plop down and we enjoy some subliminal Draenei messaging in our giant screen. I mean, check out this. Like easy parts. You know, you just have like this earthen table, the Draenei window. Boom. There's your TV. Use your imagination. That'll take care of the rest. You know, it's nice and simple. Now, as for the decor around here, we have like this this kind of light blue theme going on. You can see it on the drapes. You can even see it on the cabinets over on the other side. Carpets, chairs, couch, and the drapes over the windows. And notice how the windows they're kind of flipped over to the side like that for, you know, whatever aesthetic they feel like. And it gives us this nice subtle blue glow here. It's kind of funny how these particular windows, they have a certain shaping to how the lighting hits certain things. Like it has like this kind of like square effect. It's kind of interesting. For some people, very annoying, but I think it's kind of neat. See the decor on the side, just a place to kind of sit. Hey, and there's the boss. Hey. Right here in the corner, a little bit of privacy to like do their own thing. Now what we have here, I'm not quite sure what that object is right there. That is a kite that is like hanging out there. So I'm not entirely sure what, you know, what the purpose of it is, but we're working on stuff. Good enough. And then we're invited to go like in that direction. Two directions we can go. Well, we're going as left as we can first. So maybe not, because we immediately run into the bathroom. All right, big countertop. 4-2 even, which is kind of interesting. So it's kind of like kind of like a master bedroom sort of feel, because you have the vanity for two, but you only have like the one tub. And here's the poo poo. Here is the defecation station. How are we sitting? Sitting good. Okay, I'm hanging a little bit, but otherwise we're sitting good. We have a simple setup for our lever and our functionality. We got our arcane toilet paper. Can't complain. It was a keyboard and mouse. Okay, so let me revisit this spot. Ah, here we go. So at first I thought it was painting. No. This is their take on a computer screen. Ah. And what are they playing? Archer stuff. Obviously. No. They're on, but they're watching like one of the Afterlives things, right? I think it was an Afterlives thing where you see like Sylvanas doing, yeah. Ouch. But that is an interesting take on the whole mouse and keyboard bit. I think that's neat. It threw me off, but now that I'm seeing it, I appreciate that. That's cool. And then in one last corner here, nice and warmly lit, a place for Turalian and Eretor to hang out in memoriam, because they're both dead. I'm just kidding. They're not dead, but you know what? They're almost making it look like that. So we enter this second living room and dining room area, actually. Right now it's kind of cleaned up. There are no, looks like there are no guests here. So, we're seating for one. What are we having today? Noodles and purple. Gotta love that. Noodles and purple. Now, under the stairs is where we have like pretty much the entire kitchen area. So let's take a look. It's framed with big old beams. So nice big structures here. Nothing too crazy, but we also have the added burners right up top. Very cool. Sink setup. We have some new decor that's being used as the pantry area. Baskets of varying sizes. I think that's a nice touch, for like a different sorts of product. Filled shelves as well. Very well organized. Very well lined up. That's cool. So we have these that function as like the overhead. Drapes all around. Again, we have like the matching colors. So the style here is, we're not trying to go for like a super complicated like kit bash to, feast for the eyes. It's got to be like super hyper realistic looking. A lot of the times we can just use our imaginations to kind of put things together. And just like how you might like see signs on the road when you're driving or something like that, you see the first couple letters, it's still recognizable. You know where you're going. Same difference here. It's like, okay, fridge, boom, nice and easy. The computer one, that one threw me off, I have to admit. But in a lot of other cases, like here, you don't have to get too complicated in that way. It frees up more space to have decor to have other things. If you wanted to make like a much larger build, or if you just don't have a whole lot of resources to work with to buy like all sorts of different things, you just kind of make with what's due, and you can be very effective with this. So here we have like our serving counter plus like bar seating for like just a quick meal. Just like how someone can have a quick meal there. Yeah, no problem. But yeah, great way of using up all the available space without it being like too crowded. Some folks, they might want to have like some sort of like back counter or something like that, or like a shelf here, but that might take up too much space. Oh, and then here's the spot. Here's a spot for me to get some shots, some pie, some brew, water, maybe. Nah, it's going to be some sort of brew. But now let's do the climb. So we're climbing up. We have like some flags that are adorned on the side of the walls, windows to help light the way, paintings that are being drawn up here too. We have oh my, oh my. Okay, we got see what I was talking about just earlier. By avoiding some of the kid bashing, we make room to have like more stuff. And yeah, we're in for a climb, folks. So in this second level, now we happen to enter a sort of retail spot. We're invited in, we check in. Centuries, big old blood elven statue, very pretty, very appropriate. Notice how the that's not dark iron stuff, right? That is a trying to see which one this is. Okay, it's the wrought iron chandelier. So this one's pretty inexpensive, going for only like 50 gold from the Founder's Point. But here, that's what's helping illuminate the statue here. It'll do both the front and back, but that's how you have like that light in effect, a nice little glow there. Now, as for the rest of this retail spot, you have a similar theme. Actually, no. I think this is a different green than what we saw downstairs. So slightly different. Right now, the place seems to be a little empty, as in, it doesn't have the whole like, there are actually people populated here, they're eating all that stuff. There isn't a whole lot out. There's a couple of people who are sitting, doing their own thing. In this case, they're enjoying like, perhaps they're waiting for some stew to finish cooking. Back here, some more private spots for two. And then back here, we encounter like the bar / kind of kitchen again. Or it's more like some food prep that's happening here. So people are more than free to eat across the illicit table. Come over and grab some wine. You can be polite and use the little spigot thing, or you can just be a monster and just dip your glass in there and go at it. Or bottle it up and take it home. It's all good too. So I think we have like similar shelf work happening here. It's just like, in that case, you got wine. Here you got coffee stuff. Roaster on site as well. That's a gangster. And then here we go. Here's the amphitheater. So this is kind of like the old invitation. Let's get folks like sloshed and warmed up and whatnot before we invite them out for a show. So we'll start from back here, and then we'll pan back around to the amphitheater. So here's like some isolated spots to sit if they don't want to be all up with the crowd and everything. Sassy Dragon is who oversees the amphitheater. She's in charge. She's the one who's manning the projectors, or making sure that everyone's in line. Otherwise, she just tail swipes them and then they get knocked off. So the illusion that I'm selling myself here, because there isn't a whole lot to kind of obscure the back here, is that we are in fact really high up. So again, behave, otherwise Sassy Dragon will come over and just like whoop you, and then you'll fall, several thousand feet, because we're that high up. That's what my imagination is telling us. As for the amphitheater itself, we have a couple of levels here. We can sit. Now I can sit, enjoy some of the show down here, or whatever's happening up on screen. That's cool. What else can we do here? We can do like wedding ceremonies. We can do special birthday parties, other presentations, have a TED Talk, whatever we like. That's the whole point of it. Or we can have like dueling arenas, because, you fight, you do your thing, the loser gets yeeted off right through there. That's Warcraft, right? That's Warcraft for you. Fun use of the skybox room in this case, because it sets that whole mood. Very cool. All right. Now let's we'll make our way back. So this was like the whole restaurant / warm-up area. We're having fun here. We're drinking, we're loud, and now we climb up. So downstairs was sort of a private spot. Second floor happened to be a retail spot. But now what are we going to encounter? Miss Murgle, chilling on her purple couch and all that. So kind of a shift. You know, we moved from this green, from the greens to this purple all of a sudden. Roof is somewhere up there. So let's see what is going on this floor. Now here, we kind of return. So now we're seeing this whole, this kind of blending of different colors. You can see like how the theme shifts. Purple on that side. Then we have our blood off red on this side. But between that, we go back to like this first theme that we saw on the first floor. Love the painting. Oh, that looks sick. That looks sick. Now let's go into this spot first. Here, we enter this really sprawling night elf bedroom. Or, okay, not even night elf. Just let's just go with purple bedroom, right? That's way more accurate. It's nice and warm. We have a place, we have plenty of room to like have our study, stay warm. Here's our bed. Nothing too crazy. We're accompanied by a snuffle here. So it's a bedroom, but it's also very open. You know, folks are free to come in and out. The most that they can do is just kind of close the shrouds to prevent it from getting too drafty. But otherwise, guests are invited. Actually, whoa, shoot. It's more like a dorm because we got 2 beds. So Snuffles on one side, Murgle on the other. So let's go with a dorm room. Or a co-op, I don't know. Something like that. But a place where you definitely have like more than one occupant. Then through here, in this connecting room, interesting. So we are storing like some weapons, some booksies, and supplies. You could almost call this like a practice room of some sort. And then through here, I believe we kind of interconnect here. Yeah, so I'm going to hold off on that for now. I'm going to go this way instead. Because we entered the bathroom. Hey! So, same bathroom style. In this case, you have the different sort of functionality, right? Instead of a toilet roll holder, they just kind of put the roll on top of a shelf. It's like, all right, dude, have at it. Have fun with that. We have our tub. We have a 2-beam vanity setup here. Place to get dressed, and we're good to go. What is that towel from? That is from, oh, okay. Ah. So they went and dyed this thing the different color. Got it. Got it. I don't see that done very often. That's cool. I've seen different things being used as a hanging towel. So one of the first times I've seen one that's themed after that. So we're going to now retreat and go through the other one. Because again, these rooms are kind of interconnected. That's kind of the challenge sometimes when you have like these sprawling layouts, and then you have rooms that that connect together like they are like right here. So like here's the door to the bedroom and all, which is kind of funny, right? Because that is privatized by a door, but then here you're free to like just kind of like walk right in. So kind of interesting there. All right, so in this spot, now we have another sort of kind of co-op bedroom sort of thing. So here we got a Reptar and another Miss Murgle. Now, and it's flanking like this huge fireplace. You can see how much it's lighting everything up on top of the lanterns that are down there too. So you can see how the light bounces. That gives off this really nice, warm feeling. And then here it feels really cool by comparison because you have that kind of whitish blue light by default. You know, you have this sort of a lived-in feel. They brought some food up from downstairs, I suppose. Noshing on some meats. And then let's go through this door here. This is where, again, we kind of like interconnect. And here was like the whole like training room sort of thing where it all came together. All right. So I guess it was that room that kind of like brings these rooms together. All right. So I believe we've explored this floor, and now we may climb. So back to the climb we go. We'll see if we find like some other themes. Here we have like some rugged looking banners, but we still have like that deep, deep red couch. Hello to the Arakoa. And some more like wall style decor. And then we'll still have one more stairwell room to climb. But now what do we encounter? Now it feels like we're getting heavier into like little class celebrations. You know, we have some warrior branding here. We have some monk branding right over there. Suspiciously, we have a blue and a red Murgle over here. So we might see something that's slightly faction related, perhaps. But it looks like these are more like living spaces than anything. You know, places that, yeah, try to feel lived in. You know, I don't expect to see like an actual like fighting arena or like some dungeon, anything like that here. But here we got some, we can call it game work or like a war table, either of that stuff. But notice how we've gone for this whole orange setup. Neat. It's cool that they're going for like this whole spectrum of different classes, but also colors that don't necessarily represent a class every time. All right, so in this spot, we have some obvious horde branding, but then also just a single bed, plus a chair. So I'm going to sit here for a second. Let's take a look at what else is going on here. So again, we have the kind of social space, but in this case, it's just for one. So this could be like the boss, for all we know, although we're not at the top floor yet. So there might still be a grandeur sort of bed setup. Here, there's some plans being made for Gilneas, of course. Place to eat. We can get dressed here. I kind of like how all these different lights are dancing together. So like, look at the distance there. So we have the blue light that's coming in there, reflecting off that. I'm not entirely sure what sort of light that gives off, if anything. But then we have like these softer pinkish purple lights that's coming here, and we see it sort of blend together. It's kind of neat. I like that. So we'll go out here, admire some of the fireplace work. They have a little vanity, as I'm going to call it. Because what else are you going to do with a table that has a mirror in front of it? And then here, seating for 3. Oh, so darling. Now, do 3 people actually sleep in that bed? I don't know. Not sure. But now we have this a bit more of a grand toilet, a grander toilet than the one that we've seen. And in this case, we have this statue that's acting as the TP dispenser. Yeah, so whoever's up here, they're elevated. Yeah, they have some sort of elevated status. But also a vanity for one. Yeah, so I have a feeling that this is like just for them. Fancy. Fancy. Okay. So let's get back a little bit. Yeah, I like the shot here. Nice and bright. It gives the illusion of the light bouncing off and making everything look brighter. It's not really doing that, but it just kind of it gives off that sort of energy, and I think that's really cool. All right, so that one was like the little nook, and now we're doing the final climb. So now we're seeing some human branding up in here. We have some Stromguard flags. We can see, I think these are Alliance blues that we're seeing. Unless I'm getting really tired. And these might be a slightly different color. Actually, I think they might be a different color tone. Yeah. Up here, some studying, some reading. And, oh, not a bedroom. This is it's like a marketplace sort of spot. Oh, interesting. So here we got the pillow shop. This is where, no. Let me walk that back. This is more like profession stuff happening here. So here's where the tailoring, or maybe the leatherworking, is happening over here. And you see we have like rolled up carpets and rolled up rugs and all that. Here in this spot, Not sure. Could be enchanting, could be inscription, could be both, actually. Here we have this strong presence of herbalism over on this spot. Yeah. And really cool that they have like this sort of a makeshift greenhouse being set up. Lights are coming in, plants are doing just fine. Just in case, water can is ready to go. And then flanking this, the alchemy station. Cool. Alchemy stuff's happening here. Poison creation, shots, whatever. Over on this corner, mining. Lots and lots of rocks. Little studying, perhaps a mineralogy book of some sort. Yeah, so yeah, that's right. So in some cases there's signage. In other cases there's not. So maybe they haven't maxed out their all their professions and all that. But if anything, this does help with the this does help me identify everything way more easily. So in this case, hey, I think this is jewel crafting. Surprise, surprise. We have jewel crafting sorts of items being set up here. And on the other end, leatherworking and skinning. So I'm guessing, yeah, the earlier spot was mostly tailoring, but leatherworking and skinning is right here. Cool stuff with the signage. Now, again, it's just a small space, but put up enough of the right decor, and our imagination will do the rest of the work for us. It's really cool, like these at a glance references. Right back here, looks like we got both blacksmithing and engineering, the greatest professions of them all. The ones that carried this game. Yeah, lots of animated stuff, lots of activity going on. And then right through here, I'm going to guess a double bathroom. Yep. In this case, simple chair work being set up. And we're clean, we're good to go. All right. So let's see. I am at the top floor. There are no indications of secrets, and I think I've seen all of the little profession nooks that they have set up. So were there any professions that were missing from here, actually? I mean, we can't say cooking because, we saw plenty of that on the other floors. I think we got everything. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for letting us visit your place. Appreciate it. Yeah, nice and fun. All right. When I saw the amphitheater, a part of me was thinking, because of the way the presentation was, I was thinking, oh, it's like a drive-through. Like, imagine if they set up like all these like cars or something like that. That would be hilarious. That would be hella funny. All right, so we're heading to Americat's place next. Mm-hmm. 17. Incoming floor changes. When I walk in, I can wait while you do your thing. That's cool. Yeah. And this will be epic. This is a full house we're looking at as well. Last one was also full. Yeah, just to put that into context. But hey, you never know. Sometimes it can be filled up in different ways you might not expect. Not big, very detailed though. I have a confession. Those are my favorite. When there is, for me, like area space wise, less is more. Because boy, you can like y'all have seen me. Like it's hard for me to hide like my sense of joy whenever I can see like a shot, and it's just like wow, there's just like so much to it. Those are so much fun. That it's I'm always floored seeing stuff like that. Um, yeah, just the amount of detail that goes into like sculpting and molding these things. It's as if like the room is like a single piece of decor or something like that, but that it's being melded together to create like this, awesome presentation. Like, yeah. Don't worry, I gush over everything. But I do have a favorite. Whew. All right, this is Amira Cat's place. Roving the spooky part of Founders. It's raining. It's coming down pretty hard, which is really appropriate for the mood because this looks very grand. And yet, it's not like there are huge additions that are being made too. I mean, we'll take a closer look in just a bit. So we come in and it's partially fenced off. Like there's like natural barriers on this particular lot, but we're going through and seeing all these tastefully placed greens dotted all over pretty much around the entire spot. Because again, this place is sort of naturally closed off. Wells and fences and greens and windmills. We have one gazebo over here. We'll take a quick look at. Try to get out of the rain a little bit. Oh, they're even kind enough to put some cushions because this is uncomfortable as heck. This is super. Like this chair does not feel all that friendly. So I appreciate adding a little bit of pillow work over to the spot. So we'll have ourselves like some tea, warm ourselves up a little bit before we venture back out and explore the rest of this outdoor spot. So in this case, lots and lots of greens are dressed on the front and pretty much all over the house. Now, interestingly enough, they did make an addition here, but it's behind the house, to make this sort of like isolated yard for like the aminals, so we can do like some work there. So very minimalist, but very well done. They used like this small bit of a space to tell, to make the intent very well known. It works out. So you got a bunch of griffins up top. I'm sorry, a bunch of wyverns up top. That's the security system. Yeah, don't mess with them. They will totally tear your eyes out, at the very least. One wagon set up there. Looks like it's been there for a while. Seeing as how there's like the extra growth over there. And then we come back around. And here at the front. So now, let's see what's inside. All right, so I think you said you wanted to do some edits on the floor. Yeah. So go ahead and do your thing. We'll just kind of hang out here for a minute. Yeah, the ivy work that was done out there, very tastefully done. I know I purposely overdo it. I'm like, nope, I think I want this thing to hide everything. I don't want to see the ceiling. I don't want to see the floor. Just greens, hostas, or hostels. I call them hostels, uh, at least internally, because those things are just huge. Love them. Passive beginning if you want to start. All right. Okay, secret rooms will be easy to find, except one is a challenge, so deal with it. Okay. So as soon as we enter this very unique setup. Like the first thing that kind of comes to mind are the embiggened beams right over here. Beam, 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 beam. They're all lined up, clipped together to make like as straight of a line as possible, as clean of a look as they can get away with. And maybe this is a stairwell room. I'm not sure yet, but we'll find out. Oh, very unique. So this is, I believe, for the very first time I've seen a diagonal entrance into the house. Yeah, that's highly unique. But of course, it's also just like, oh, it's just like, it's it's not a big deal, but I appreciate that. That's cool. Now check out the window as well. So they added, instead of like the normal window assets, they just added like those smaller awkward windows. I think it's the one. I think it's the smaller awkward windows, but or they might just clip all the way through or something like that. But they seem to be not angled. Yeah, they seem to be twisted in a certain way. They just kind of like meet and kiss together. That's neat. They use the they use the doghouse as an overhang. That's smart. That's smart. It's now I'm reminding myself, wait, but we're inside, we're not outside, but that's still cool. I still think that's really neat. And you can see how like the lighting sort of kisses the hostas and greens down in this sort of like flower pot that they set up with, I don't know, is that like a fountain of some sorts? It is a underground table. Cool. So you can so great asset to use for an easy flower pot. So as soon as we come in, once again, we have like this um, we have this climb right here on the side that'll take us to the upper level. This unique looking roof. Well, let's check out what's down here first. First off, gaming. Heck yeah. Pieces are down. Some cool decor up top to emphasize the flavor of this corner. Notice that we have like these white colored seats. Interesting. As we go across, this intense flower box, super, super filled out. And then we have like this chill living space. Subtle colors once again. And an opportunity to have a drink, enjoy some of the fire. Love how closed off this space becomes. You can see here, we have the walls that are set up here. I'm not sure if this is a T-shaped room or actually it's yeah, these are walls that were just lowered in. Nice. So yeah, these are like closed off, and we have like this, very intimate space. Very, very cool. Panning back around, we kind of take a look around here. We can see that there's one kind of like maybe a closet space here. And here's like another big old flower box. Very nice. And here we are under the stairs. Nice. Just a little bit of storage stuff, way to easily obscure everything that's going on. But very well done though, because they use the triangular kind of platform, but also used beams and pillars to just make it look really clean. Yeah, that's really good. I'm trying to figure this out myself. To try to make like this very smooth climb. Yeah, that's really good. Very impressive there. So let's go. So we have left and right to go through, but actually, since this is a top room, we're going to do the climb. So let's make our way up to this level here. We have a thing. Oh, okay, we'll go there later. First off, though, let's admire some of the work here. Most of these bookshelves, all custom set. We have little knickknacks here. Things that we've enjoyed. Second fireplace. How opulent. So a bit of a private fireplace, right above the other one here. That's cool. And then here we have more library stuff on this end and a bit of a workshop. So as they're building this house, as they're expanding and making additions and what have you, all the planning's being done right over here. Have fun with all that, dude. That's cool. I didn't realize there are this many different kind of work tables. That's awesome. And then here is, oh, there's a way down as well. Oh, that's sick. So that was a way up. This is the way down. Ooh, this is, okay, it's a drop down. Boop. And I drop down into this area behind the TV. Or not TV, the fireplace. Oh, interesting. So suddenly gloomy, but what's in there? Fresh blood. Okay. A twist. So I got a feeling I gotta be able to really make sure I'm covering the corners as they're going through these spots. Yeah, that was very well hidden. Okay, now I'm like, okay, what about this one? Dun dun dun. Yes, I found something again. All right. So let's see where this takes us. Boop. Ooh, magic stuff. Ooh, a lot of magic stuff. This place is dripping purple. So let's see how let's see, is there any rhyme or reason to the piping? Okay, nothing too crazy, but no, it's a lot of work to try to get this all to interconnect. Because notice how these are coming at like certain angles, diagonals and whatnot. There's some work with making all this fit together correctly. It doesn't just snap. Yeah. So really well done. But of course, we gotta see what's going on down here. The Murgles. Oh no. They look so happy, and yet I'm not convinced. What's happening to them? Hopefully they're being like fed or something like that. Or their awesomeness is being extracted, and that's what's powering the house. That's why it looks so good. So this is the secret behind the house. They're harvesting Murgle energy. Very interesting. So this happens to be like this whole like sort of research lab of something. They're researching the power of Murgles. All right. So I'm just kind of double checking my orientation here because I didn't come from there. I came from here, right? Library stuff and places to explore at least two of these corners. But then I'm curious what's here. So this looked clickable. And it turns out there is a thing through here. And I'll make my way around. Don't worry. Okay, so now, so bedroom. I have a feeling I should retreat for now. I want to make sure I'm covering all the bases here. Because first I want to figure out like what this whole arcane lab is about. And we'll go from there. Yeah. And notice how up top we got like that rock work. So we'll see if we happen to explore what might be above that, maybe. So here, arcane work is happening here. Through those Murgles. But then here, some more dark research happening here. Chemistry stuff. Oh no! Chemistry stuff is happening here. Harvesting the power of Murgles. Poor Miss Murgle. Now, actually, maybe this is a testing spot. You know, it's like, hey, we got this new bathwater stuff for Miss Murgles, and it'll make their skin come out all super cool and multicolored and stuff. So they're just trying it out, and she's fine, right? She's fine. She's so fine. She's just vibing. You know, it's all good. Yeah, nothing bad happens to Miss Murgle. Maybe not. This could be anybody, right? This could be anyone's blood. We don't even know how Miss Murgles bleed, right? We don't know what color their blood is. It could be green for all we know, and then it's fine. Whoever was here is not anymore, though. Only evidence that we have is some waste and some bloodstains. That's about it. Oh, did we hit a dead end with the spot? Oh no, we don't know. So we don't know what's happening next. Okay. So, secret dungeon, right? Secret lab. Secret research spot. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna not go through there yet. I'm gonna see if we wind back around into that spot. Because started from the first room of the house. And so I don't know what else to expect. So that was that spot. And then when I was up here, wasn't there like a climb down? Yeah, so we go through here. Oh no, it's a climb up. Okay. Oh boy, dude, this I'm I'm like venturing still in like the first room of the house. All right, so let's climb. We'll see. We'll get to the bottom of this because this will take us to the top of the stairwell room. Notice how the walls will line up the whole spot. So this is very, very well obscured. The skinning on this is grand. Oh, dude, this is dope. Oh. So now up here, again, check out the floor work here. Nice and smooth. We got some cornhole on the side. We got some, oh, dude, we got some arcade basketball. That's very inventive. That's very original. Haven't thought of this one. Haven't thought of this one. That's good. That's really good. We got our massive claw machine where we got like Miss Murgles and like little lion creatures and all that. Sweet. Wait, so if I grab one, where does it come out? That's the trick. Haha, there is no escape, which would be really sad. Oh, and check this out. Oh, we got this really well put together. This is very complete. This is some very complete foosball. So boom, 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 boom. Nice. Real nice. Oh, that's sick. So it's using fence posts as the handles. You have your sticks. Yeah, you have your farming sticks. I forgot what tool it was. Yeah, great job. Great job with this. Yeah, that's sick. And then notice too, we have these carpet skins, right? Clipping is great. It's very, very smooth looking. You can barely tell. Yeah. I mean, a lot of this, so you can see like how the outlines come together like here. Actually, that's, yeah, really good. And then up top, a bunch of layered lights. You can see how the intensity just gets crazier and crazier with like some of the stacked ones. All right, so this will give us another climb. Oh boy. Let's go. I guess we'll go this way. Yeah. Ooh. Climb first, I'm being instructed. Okay. Climb first, I'm being told. Because that was a big shift. I was like, whoa. What happened there? All right. So we're entering this stairwell room. First thing we notice is we have uh, a, a dartboard of sorts. Thankfully, they did put down a mat so you can catch the clanking metal so it's not as loud or messy. It doesn't damage the floor. Very thoughtful. Pool table setup. I think we've seen this variant before, but always got to admire the ball work here. Now, in this case, sometimes I've seen folks use multiple pillow cushions for that. This is this is a bit different actually. Oh, so those stripes, I'm not familiar with that. Oh, they're eggs. Oh, that's good. That's really smart actually. This is cheap. Yeah. Yeah, good work on that. Now, this also doubles up as a bar area. We have some branding right up front. A pretty complete looking pantry and prep station in the back, including some dishes. We got some goulash going. I'm getting hungry. Plenty of supplies for lots of drink, but not too much drink. People are getting a little bit rowdy up in here. Maybe they need to get thrown downstairs into the dungeon. All right, so let's do the climb up. Notice how we have like the string lights that are taking us all the way up. Very festive. And here we have It's sort of ironic. So we have Jack versus Jill in the Thunderdome. But then who's betting on him? You know, we have a Reptar and a Snuffles who are placing bets, or maybe they're the managers, right? Maybe I'll go with them being the managers. So here's like the Horde manager, here's the Alliance manager, and then they're just hyping up the fight, right? We're gonna murder them. We're gonna eat your family. You know, that sort of thing. Sick. It's a pet battle thing. I'll embellish it a little bit. It's all good. Now, I'm gonna stop for a second, like on this spread here, because it's not because it's simple. There's nothing too crazy on it. This and it's on theme. You know, you have this Gilneas table and rocking chair set up. You know, nothing too fancy. But I just like how this kind of comes together as a, you know, it's a cool thing to just have like some simple, you know, some simple stuff that's put together too. All right, we continue to climb. We check out this grand Pandoran shelf, as well as this isn't like beer. I don't know why the name's not coming to me, but I should know what this is. Beer pong. There we go. So that's kind of what I'm getting at here, because otherwise, what else are you gonna have red cups for? Obviously. All right. That's fun though. I feel like I'm in a total frat house now. It started off modest, and then we encounter like the dungeon, and then we encounter work in progress. Dun dun dun. So let's go ahead and retreat back. Yeah, again, I love like those simple looks too. Just as important as like the super elaborate whodwhat's that we might be seeing here. All right, so we're retreating down, and then we'll go across to that other spot, because suddenly that became like this. You know, I mean, we're seeing the branding right up here. Several troll flags as we go through, because suddenly, boop, love the vibe shift. Ooh, that's good. This feels pretty good. Fountains, statues. I want to get those statues someday, man. I just haven't gotten around to it. And then notice that we have the walls, the rock ceilings as well. But now we go through another shroud probably, and then secrets. Secrets. Okay, it's not a secret. Oh, okay, there it is. Secret. We're almost there. Okay, there we go. Boom. Flawless. All right, so in this spot, now we got through, and here we're seeing some definite work in progress. I mean, I feel bad for this thing because it blasted through, but the rock is giving no indication of giving. Sorry, drill machine. Perhaps if you went dark iron, that would have been the better play. Mm-hmm. So now we're going to travel down this other preset stairwell. Now we have torches, nothing but torches that light the way here. I feel like we're going backwards because there's an arrow that's going the opposite way. So, you know, we're seeing some work in progress stuff. It's all good. It's how it goes. Here, though, dun 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 dun. No, my pitch is off. Beauty and the Beast kind of reference. Very nice. And then we have options. So 1, 2, 3. Well, this one looks like the work in progress, so I'll always take a glance and see what might be going on here. One giant tree to rule them all. Now, the way that it is right now, it almost has this illusion of distance. Now, work with me here, folks. This is far-fetched, but imagine this tree is like Gorable sized, or it's like the what sword over in Sylphus. It's that big, right? And we are looking down at like this endless field of, you know, this is like hundreds of miles of like nothing. You know, it's barely visible stuff. But then it's just like this giant, giant tree. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. I'm really stretching the imagination there, but that feels fun. All right, so we came from there. We'll go this way now. So in this spot, cross through the closet, and we have this very nice illusion right here. So we got a order hall map right in the back, multiple fountains. Yeah, very pretty setup. You know, hostas are coming down pretty hard, and a good choice. You know, with limiting the choices of the kinds of greens, a lot of thought goes into something like this. I do not have that sort of imagination. For me, I'm just like, ooh, Duskwood or hostas, let's go, and I'll just kind of go nuts with it. Here, I feel like we're seeing like some very tasteful choices. You know, with this sort of setup to bring in like all the kinds of colors and pop that they're trying to do. Yeah, very nice. Notice how you have like the little stars and like some glow coming out as well. And then through this door, I'm gonna guess is a bathroom. Oh, what's the room made out of? It's one of the order hall tables. So here we go. It's the priest one. Ta-da! Because notice how it has that little bevel to it. And also, I didn't realize that it gives off its own like little textured light source. So you can kind of see that coming out. Yeah, that's neat. That's neat. All right. So, bathroom. I'm going to just throw it out there. There's like no need for a bathroom here, though. So, bedroom. So I was kind of close. I love that background. That looks sick. And I think that's where we were before, right? That was when, yeah, this is the room that we went around to, where we got to like the whole secret lab spot. So, yeah, we can see the opening right there. And then right through here is the bathroom. Oh, this is rich. Ugh. Oh, that's good. So I love the contrast here. This looks fantastic. So we have our wood panel walls. We have our marbled up floor. And then the way that it's all dressed, oh, that's sick. So first off, the vanity. We have this interconnected kind of L-shaped vanity setup. We have drawers down there. We got our products and jewelry stuffs and what have you. We have our left and right sink. Not even the left and right sink, but you just have like these multiple levers for your hot and cold water, perhaps. We have our walk-in shower, complete with knobs. Put our product there. Here it all comes raining down on us. And then, when we're done with that, we climb up table, sit. And then we have our nice, healthy soak. Yeah, really cool bathtub setup. It's like a throne room, you know? You come in, enter. You know, here you go. You come in, you kneel down, and then there's the boss. Just sitting there mightily, you know, with wine in hand. What is your desire? I desire I just need to take off for the rest of the day. I'm not feeling so great. You feel nothing, and then they throw the wine at the dude's head. Oh man! Now what do you feel? Do you feel good? Yeah, so it's gonna be like that. I see that. I see that. Because remember, like just the behind the boss's room is the whole lab and dungeon thing, like right over there. So this is, you know, remember, whoever's in charge of this place, you know, they got an axe to grind. Now here we have this pretty cool looking box. Now I think this is just one box, right? Yeah, it's just a Maldraxian crate, but I love the way that it comes together as part of a toilet. That looks sick. Full piping, plumbing is good. How do we sit? We sit, we hang. Just a little bit. Okay, it's more than just a little bit, but we hanging. That's That's blood elf life for you, dude. That's just how it is. And then here we have this smoking teepee. Here in this house, we make our teepee fresh. It's so fresh, it's still warm coming out of the oven. That's right, we bake teepee around here. And if we really want to, we can tilt it over to the side and coffee comes out. It's amazing. Amazing technology that's happening in this house. That's where all the research happened. So those Murgles, it was worth it. That's what they're telling themselves. It was so worth it. I love the way that these colors dance, by the way. Like we saw here in the bathroom. You know, we have like this gold and pale blue sort of setup. I haven't seen, I don't think I've seen this combination much, but I really like it. Oh, the contrast is great. Um, and I love how it happens here too. Climb, 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 night, night. Yeah, love the colors. Love, love, love the colors. And you see like the sort of consistent theme going around. This duller kind of like gold and blue. Very neat. So now we'll go backwards into the lab. So here's how it all sort of like came together into the dungeon. I'm sorry, the lab, and then the dungeon. Poor Murgles. Sheesh. What did they ever do to us, man? So now we're going to retreat back again into the main room. And I never went that way yet. So, or that way. Oh, yeah, I have. Right? Yeah. This is the other. Okay. So we'll go here because this will connect it all back together. So now we have a very simple hallway plus gallery. Nice. Now in this case, from the looks of it, there's no additional light source. It's just it's really just this that's illuminating the paintings here. Does it great. Does it great. All right. And then this is the connecting room. And I think we've seen both spots. So we saw that spot. We came from there. That's the work in progress. Okay, cool. So we can go back again. I admit I do get confused when you have these layouts that interconnect. But once it all comes together, it does feel fun and fulfilling when it's like, oh, now that's how it comes together. That's sick, dude. You know, that's fun. All right. So right through here, we enter. Oh, dude, this is like we've entered Coffee Land. Yo. Dude, this would just imagine yourself laying on top of sacks of coffee. Oh, dude, the smell. So good. But I imagine that sitting on it too long, oh, so bad. But this couch work looks sick. Yeah, this is really neat. Yeah, never mind these other couches. I'm just going to make my own. Here's this cool little cat tower. No, it's not just a cat tower. It's Puppy Tower. Yeah, Puppy Tower. Let's go. Yes, so Puppy has a place to hang out too. All their friends. But not Miss Murgle. Miss Murgle got singled out in this building. I feel bad for it. Oh, then back here. Oh. Screenshot. I'm going to be vain. This is an ode to me. Oh, my favorite spot in the house. Easily. Easily. All the good stuff. Yeah, no words. Just excellent. And again, strong theme. Freaking coffee bags to make up the couch cushions. That's sick. All right, so now, ooh, what a cool looking kitchen setup. Actually, I think we're outdoors. Yeah, I think we've just entered the outdoors, and now we have this really neat kitchen setup. All right, so first let's have a seat because I love the shaping of this thing too. Here we are. Here's this whole hallway. You know, remember that's all the way at the end. We come all the way down through this bar area, you know, and then we finally get to the end here, and it all just kind of comes together. We'll grab some snacks, Have ourselves a little something, something, a little coffee. But now let's see how this is all assembled. Yeah, really unique because you have like these angles, not right angles. You know, they went through the trouble of creating like this multi-angled sort of setup. Nice big fridge plus magnets. Dishes are going, they're washed. Salad is being prepped. There's a dry pantry plus a really unique oven setup. This is neat. I don't understand the shaping here, but who cares? It's just cool looking. It's like this big grill that they set up. Couple platforms, beams, platform up top, plus piping to absorb the extra heat. And then here's some of the stuff that we got going, like some soup on the burners on top of this bar stool, this bar counter. Oh, and here's a feast. All right, dinner is served. What are we having? Pie, baby. Mmm, lots of delicious pie. Great work with setting up some dishes and like nice little tilt for these bowls. I mean, I think these are actually chalices, but I forgot the name of it actually. Okay, it is a chalice. But yeah, nice work with the bowls and like the slight tilts because you can never get that stuff to sit straight. Trust me, I know. Ceiling work is amazing too. Platforms that are that use these beams to separate the clip, you know, to make it look a little bit cleaner because those platforms can be kind of messy. And then they constructed like this whole roof sort of dealy using the diagonal windows. You have some pillars that continue to go up top, beams, 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 and nets. You can see how they're like different sizes and everything. It's kind of hard to help that, but that's dope. Yeah, and then they close this off with looks like a little bit more beam work there. And then walls that are set up here. So even here in the skybox room, there's a left, right, and center. I have a feeling, well, let's see where this takes us. Boop. A very private dining spot. Now remember, we're technically in the skybox room. You notice how we're seeing the floors here. That's sick. Yeah, really great use of the space here. Yes, now we have like this kind of grand sort of meal setup. We got rugs that are being used as makeshift banners, greens all over the place. See, this is more my style. Yo, just put them everywhere, dude. It's all good. Great contrast, you know, great blending of colors and everything. Perfect. No, I'm not even trying to say it like it's a lazy thing. It's so effective. And it looks so good as this whole contrasting theme. Right back here, plenty of condiments, whatever food that hasn't been laid out can be grabbed, so we can enjoy it with our charcuterie board sort of thing. All right, so that I'm gonna guess is gonna take us outside. This might be, I don't know, maybe a pantry area, given in how it's just a shroud that's separating us. So, boop, pantry area, and there's another door. Yo, there is no end to this, dude. All right. Oh, processing. Okay, a freezer. It's a walk-in freezer. I was almost gonna think to myself, are we gonna see like a whole bunch of like Murgles hanging upside down? That would have been gruesome. That would have been wild. I'm like, how am I gonna enjoy this cake anymore, dude? Now that I know what I know. All right, so yeah, we checked out all this. Oh, I just noticed the overhead lighting here too. Sick. And it's just using the bar tables as overheads. So we can take a glance out here and see, you know, it's a small yard that they have set up. You know, we've taken up considerable space of the skybox room to make room for all this. So let's go outside and admire the work. So immediately I'm directed over to this greenhouse. Things are popping over in this spot. It does not appear to have been embiggened at all, but it is very, very filled. things are doing great out here. Like, it's so much so that the characters are just bursting out in all sorts of weird directions. It doesn't care. Yeah. Great job with the illusion, setting up the outside. And then here, oh yeah, nice. Yeah, great way of closing things off. And there's like so much room that we can do this climb. And I love how it's built around the tree. And then we get to this second nursery area. So here we are. There's like watering stuff. We continue to preserve the illusion. And then we get to the roof where they continue to dress the illusion. We have the greens up top. You can see how all that how it all comes together up top here. Finally, we have this restful spot for folks to like chill and vibe and hang out in front of a fire. And then take a look out for Legion invasions. Nice. Actually, no, what they're looking out for is more Murgles to capture. That's what they're looking for. Monstrous, man. Did I miss anything? Did we get it all? Inquiring minds want to know. Because this was very expansive. There was a lot ground to cover here. Think we got everything. All right. Yay. Well, thank you for inviting us over. This was a heck of a build. Twists and turns and dead murlocs or whatever. But I really enjoyed the layout. Layout was fantastic. We're cutting through like this long. I went through here, right? Oh, there was one more bathroom. Okay, there's one bathroom that I missed. Yeah, nice and simple though. Yeah, back to the layouts. Yeah, I love it. Like from here, it just went in so many directions. Up and down and all sorts of places. We had the whole gaming room and all that. It was crazy. That was crazy. And then here in this spot, you had all these different transitioning areas to take us elsewhere. Yeah. Huge, huge place. At least it felt huge to me. There was a lot going on here. Lots of strong themes. So yeah, very fun. Oh, we are so going over on time. It's all good. It's all good. Because today, now that I have the trading post video out, I have all day to do the lighting video, which will go out tomorrow. Which is when we're probably going to hear about the patch. So I'm going to have some overlap, but oh well, that's how it goes. I'll live. I will live. 33. Yeah, great place. Great places we've seen today. Yeah, killer day we've been having, dude. We had the trading post stuff going on. We had some awesome visits. We had Mouse coming by to invite us over for a special collaboration visit. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yay. All the trading post photos, so I'll catch with the video. Yeah, I did the reactions like live and all that. So, once whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. All right, so this will be the last one of the day. This looks like a good way to start. Let me double check some things real quick. Ooh. All right. I think I am just about good to go. Yes. Okay. All right, folks. Welcome to Call Me CJ's Place. We're from Founders, and I purposely I just zoomed out here. I was like, ooh, so I might as well start off with this sort of shot here. We have this large Calderai house. It's flanked by these two cherry blossom trees, but we also have like the Eye of Acarus. That's just like, hey, what's up? Welcome to my house. Looming over, watching us from every angle. That's kind of neat. Curiously enough, there's a shroud up there. I want to kind of fly up there and see if there's any like rhyme or reason to that. It doesn't look like it, but I just want to take a quick peek. Yeah, they just happen to have a shroud up there. So, all good. Let's kind of like go back around here, bring the camera in, and let's take a look at what's going on in this slightly elevated lot. So here we have this fountain dressed by the rocks, a little bit of greens, and we have some other shop decor that's out here. Very nice. But now I'm compelled to climb up this ramp. They also set up. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so they failed the walk check, as I like doing, but we run up just fine. Up top here, though, void fountain to kind of overlook. And then down there is the void gazebo. Just happens to be there. So at least out here, we have this kind of presentation of like these large set pieces. Is how it feels. And then over here, what's that? Oh, Mechagon Endeavor. Okay. For a second, I was like, wait, what? And then right up front towards the front of the house, one barricade to sort of like dress things up, round out the space, and the Arcan door right at the very front. So we have some very interesting and contrasting themes. Void stuff, cherry blossoms, Acarus, not Arcan door, it's the Nightwell. Yeah, interesting setup. Now as for what's inside, we'll just have to see. So the notes say, arrows point the way for secrets. All right. Arrows point the way for... So they made it easy. Sometimes I'll see notes from folks who invite me over for these visits, and they'll say, they'll try to direct us exactly where to go for like some of these hidden areas. And I try to remember. But then I'll also see like some little notes that talk about, yeah, other people couldn't find this spot. I'm like, oh no, that's terrible. It sucks. So, and that's why I ask folks when they sign up, oh, just tell me where to go. Let's I'll kind of put on an act as if I don't know where to go. I mean, I don't. Um, but I at least want to get a good sense of if there's like a secret or something like that that's I don't want to miss, because I know I'll feel really bad otherwise. So anyway, we're inside, and we have this little dressed up, it's a dolled up entrance. They put in some more skins behind it to adjust the doorway a little bit. We just have beams, and then we have like some nice strong Hearthstone housing branding right up top, plus one window there. Over here, it's kind of funny how this candle really brightens up the stuffles there on the side. But we have like a shelf work right on the side as soon as we come in. So nice cluttered look. Lay some stuff down, kick our shoes off, hang up our weapons, our hat as well. Very tastefully done here because you have a slight tilt to that as well. I think that's really neat. And as we enter, again, we see like little bits of clutter here and there, but very little clutter, a little bit of this lived inness. And then we have like this nice, healthy picture of Trallian. Hey, buddy. Way to greet folks into the house. As we go inside, we again see like these very like elaborate, very gaudy almost setups. So like there's like our little smoke, and we're gonna do some recreational things over there in that corner. But first, bathroom? No, not a bathroom. This is a suddenly like little laboratory sort of spot. So very interesting how on this side we have Xalatath, and directly on the other side you have Trallian. Is there some sort of thing happening there? I don't know. but at least at the moment, their butts are touching. Naughty. All right, so back here, we're studying or researching, but we also have like some additional door options, including a secret. Oh boy. Yeah, let's take a look. So in here, it is a bedroom. Oh boy, what kind of bedroom? We have our bedroom. We got fell stuff happening here. And also, let's see. Oh, who's in here? Oh no, the cat's getting cooked. I think they know me. No, but yeah, poor cat. Feel bad for the dude. But yeah, Miss Murgle's in charge of this spot. She's like, ha ha ha, burn with the non-believers. It's like, well, what's there to not believe in? Really pretty outdoor effect out there, though. Nice little weather effects happening. Very cute. Here's a big lever, which activates a secret passage that takes us. Oh, how cool! You know, they kind of doubled up the illusion here. And I shouldn't. I should try not to venture too far out. Otherwise, I'm gonna get like super lost. Oh, okay. This was just a secret for the mirror. Oh. So at some point, Ms. Murgle's like, something, something, who's the fairest one of them all? And then they showed the lion. And so she was like, oh, we can't have that. And so she captured the lion. Now he's getting cooked. I don't know if he's going to make it or not, but maybe they'll get cooked. Maybe they'll just get maimed, right? So that way, she will be the prettiest one of them all. Very dark, Miss Murgle. Very dark. We saw a previous build where we saw a bunch of Murgles getting cooked. So the tables have turned, you know? Now this is curious too. We have a right side up and an upside down painting. Not quite sure what to make of that sort of effect. But we'll see. We'll see if there's anything more to discover. Okay, so this room kind of interconnects. So we return back to the kind of main room. But we do have like this very, very brightly lit spot to sit at. So we can see how we glow here under this light. Yeah, we can enjoy a drink, have a little something to eat if we wanted to. Nearby kitchen. We'll definitely check that out later. So here's the kind of the smoke spot I was talking about. So we can say like, oh, these are magic curtains. They keep all the smoke and vapors and whatnot inside. So that way, whoever's in here, they're going to get tore up real quick. But yeah, it's otherwise just a place for a small group to just enjoy and vibe. Over on this spot or in this corner. Oh, how interesting. So we have like this very open air kind of bathroom setup. So the way it's being dressed up, okay, we just, yeah, it's just a shroud that that gives us privacy. So here we go, boom, we dip. We do our thing. So we don't do any, okay, yeah, we do. This is, wow, this is like a grand, okay, is this a toilet or a vanity? Because like here's a vanity. And I'd like to think, no, this is a sink. Yeah. Swear. My first thought was, okay, do I just sit on this? And is that like a plunger down there or something like that? That was my first thought. But no. Now I can see the angling there. Yeah, it's a faucet. Very cool. It was almost going to be very weird if I thought it was a toilet. But no. Instead, it's very cool. So I take it all back. You think it's a seance room? Ah, that could be it, right? So we sit, well, it's a seance room for 4. But I also think that they might just, you know, be here to like smoke and just have themselves a good time. Either or. Let's go through this spot here. Because this looks like it might be a dead, oh no, this is outdoors. Huh. Wait. Okay, so this is indoor. Okay, so it looks like this, oh, that's the outdoors. Oh, so I think we're only, yeah, I think the whole room, this whole outdoor room is just made for a perspective shot. That's sick. Okay, so let's pan back a little bit. We'll try this again. So we come in through here. You know, we have paintings on the side. It's like a painter's room of sorts. They can do their work. Otherwise, we just kind of sit out here and gaze at what's outside. Now, it does look like this is the only way out. So, yeah, we got to take a look at the whole perspective shot here. Oh, that's neat. Like, there's just a lot of everything going on outside. It's not made to look like this big perspective sort of shot. Um, oh, I'm almost mad at these windows. I want to get them out of the way. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, that's neat. Okay, we do have some perspective going on out there because that looks pretty darn small. Yeah, very convincing. Very, very convincing. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's awesome. And they dedicated a whole room just to have like that little bit of a viewport. Oh, and check out the detail up here too. Shoot, I almost missed that. So we have a tent that's dressing a lot of this. And then they added like above here, you know, places to like throw some stuff down. There's like some niffin candles there, some greens dripping down as well. Yeah, really, really good detail. Yeah, that's sick. That is sick. I think they added more stars there too, didn't they? I can't, that's hard to tell. I'm not too sure. Um, yeah, that's neat. That's really, really neat. Love the detail on there. Sometimes it feels kind of sucky because it's like, oh man, but then I want to go out there and see everything there is. Sometimes it's not necessary. Sometimes it's just like, no, this is the shots. This is how I want to show it to you, and like that's it. But wow, check out, dude, this kitchen is intense. So here we dine, and there we dine too. But all around here, yo, this place is filled. Oh boy. So the foundation of this kitchen setup starts off pretty simple if you want to take a look at certain things at a time. So we start off with the bar tables that make up the framing here, and that extends across to the rest of the room. And then you have like some shelf stuff there to kind of fill out space. But then mostly you have these cabinets. Boom, 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 boom. At the center, you have this fireplace that's being used as like this grand oven slash stove, which works out great because that kind of gives you that whole piping and everything. The windows are right up top here; those fit really well. And then for anything that's missing, that's where those shelves come in. You can see how they clip through and all that because it's like, it doesn't matter. You know, we filled up the rest of the spot, and that's what's most important. Really, really good setup. Yeah, I love the matching theme because they're going for like that white, but we have the contrast here with the fireplace. So let's take a closer look at the spread. You know, pantry area just kind of like sits in different places. We notice we have like that shop trellis that's behind there, acting as a sort of backboard. You can see also how the cabinets are like nice and filled up. Panning across, we have like the oven set up. So here we have like the doors, which unfortunately they clip, but it just aesthetically it looks really nice. And like the nice, and then the gauge for this lower oven. That's cool. Going across some more, we have a place to like hang up some wine. Very neat. Even the positioning works out really well. Some more dishes and bits of decor, and then the coffee station, which is using the Draenei window as the backdrop. All right, but we still ain't done. We have a grand fridge, massive thing with like a little bulletin board magnet sort of guy up top. More pantry area stuff. You know, some other stuff is being prepped or being made ready. Yeah, really nice kitchen setup. Love the way that this all ends up coming together. And big spread of food, but not too big. Nothing too crazy. And of course, we have our way to just scoop up wine by the glass. Really should be mugs, you know? It's nice and convenient when you can use a mug. That way your hand doesn't get in on it, and, you know, that just feels kind of gross, you know what I mean? Yeah, really sick kitchen. Oh, man. Then last thing is like the whole countertop. This one happens to be using platforms for the setup. Cool. Now, right through here, a very interesting room. So we have like a number of items. So we have like this whole Maldraxxus thing. Okay, actually, this is like a check-in sort of spot. Oh, as if we're going to like a movie theater or something. And then there's like something behind here. So I kind of want to see the intent first, though. So here we do like a sign-in for something. All right, so we walk by this Hall of Champions. Actually, no, it's not a Hall of Champions. It's more like a crypt. So we go through the shroud and we enter. Oh, yeah. So it leads to Main Moon's House of Balloons. Ah. All right. So, oh, that looks sick. Oh, and there's arrows too. There's an X. And then there's an arrow that points up because I guess that's a secret of sorts. Well, anyway, let's admire what we can immediately see. So we have this like cool entrance that, you know, you come in with the elevations right up here, place to sit for everyone. Oh, that's dope, dude. That looks hella good. I love the strong blue themes that we have here. Super bright lights coming in, shining down. Additional lights down here. We have the blues up top. This is like visually, this is just a lot. Yeah. Oh, check that out. The way that this all like comes together. Oh, that's sick. Like this feels like a real like, you know, nightclub sort of spot. But it's not really a nightclub, you know, it's a theater of sorts. So yeah, we're in for a grand show. Speakers coming down, light shows and everything. Oh wow. It's kind of overwhelming because there's just like so much. But I love how it feels so complete from top to bottom. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so I want to see what this arrow means. It's an arrow that points up as if I want to go up, but I don't think there's any like secret stuff behind these shrouds, are there? Oh, yeah, wait, yeah, there is. There is a... We can do it. All right. Ooh. Oh, wow. Now, what's interesting about, you know, me sneaking in through here on the side is that it's very dimly lit, as if it's not open yet. It's like the bar's closed or something like that. I mean, there was a light change, or the lighting has been different, but yeah, I really like this vibe. So inside this bar area, again, kind of empty-ish here. Side seating, it's very filled out. You know, we have side seating here. We have those like toothpicks or smokes, something like that. We serve coffee. We serve wine. We have unknown stuff being cooked back here. Eggs being cooked back here. And then here, no, that's odd. Are they serving? Or are they being served? I'm not sure. But I love the ambiance in here. Like, I know it's dark, and that's all it is. It's just dark. But I don't know, like something about this vibe. Ooh, things got creepy all of a sudden. Yeah, something with the vibe, like really, really sits right for me. All right, so I know there's lots of places that I missed. I'll have to like go back to that theater, um, and then some. There's it looks like there's just going to be a lot to explore in this spot, even with a budget of only 3,500. All right, so we get to the top of this spot, and now I think we're overlooking. Yeah, now we're overlooking it over here. Yeah, sick. Now we get an even better shot. Yeah, love the depth and scale of this spot. So like there's like a super VIP seat right over there. And there's a door behind it, so maybe we can see what's behind there because I don't think I'll be able to get past here, although there is a door there. Um, but there's nothing behind that door because that is a wall. All right. So we'll try to jump back there and like see how that turns out. Yeah, the moon looks sick. All right. Oh, and then there's the boss. Hey. So this is kind of like a almost a behind the scenes kind of look, as if we're like above stage, but at the same time, not really. All right. So back here, is there anything back here? No, I got fooled. But this is where other folks, if they get cheap seats, they would hang here. And then there's a miss, but then I guess the boss can be back here too. Oh, and then they're about to perform. Yeah. What are they gonna sing? They're gonna sing the corn song from Diablo. That'd be hella fun. All right, so let's take a look. So that had an arrow. This had an X. So I'm guessing that there is nothing here, or at least oh no, there is something here. All right. And then there is a door that leads outside. Yeah, so that leads outside. But then there is a seat here that I'm being pointed at. But okay, what is this room? This room is mostly a transition spot to take us elsewhere. But where? Guess we'll find out. Boop. All right, so haven't seen this technique used in a while. But where does this take us? This takes us to, ooh, spooky. Oh boy. And it's just me and the boss. So now what? Now we navigate through this hallway and into the unknown because we got contraptions. We've got a portal ahead of us. I mean, we do get a treasure. What do we get? Anything good? Just gold. Just gold. No gear at all. Damn my luck. But yes, here is where the technology is to take us to Narnia or wherever. But let's take a quick peek and see if there's anything behind these shrouds, just in case. Actually, okay, here is a actual door, which leads us into a library spot. So remember, we came from the amphitheater, or we came from the theater. We navigated our way through that into like this kind of like a secret spot. And then now we're in this library room full of plushies. So it feels fun. I'd like to say it feels fun in here. But what else is there to discover? Perhaps they're going to open a shelf and reveal a shroud. Oh, not just a shroud, but a piece of furniture. So I think we might be going backwards. Yes, we are. Okay. Yeah, so here is this spot. And then now we're back here. Interesting. So again, this is like the whole thing I was talking about earlier about, how sometimes we'll be like led around and then things finally interconnect. It's disorienting at first, but then when it comes together, it's like, ooh. But now we push forward. And what is beyond the dark portal? Oh, outside. Hey. So But this is one of those cases where it's like, oh, it's just the portal. Okay, that's enough. That's very convincing. But we also have, full facades. We have a whole house there. We have another house here too. Actually, these houses might be enterable. Okay, that one not so much. This one is just flat. But it looks like we'll go into that one maybe. Out here though, blacksmithing stuff, industrial things are happening out here. Yeah, this feels really nice. We have a troll invader, or just a target dummy, but we might go with troll invader. Also, suddenly bathtub in the middle of like this pond or lake, but it comes with its own waterfall, a gnome. I read that there is overseeing things. Yeah, so here's where you like put in the effort. Okay, it's like, yeah, you wanna make it to the tub, cool. You gotta hop over this, but then someone can be like, well, why don't I just like, just like kind of go around and like go back into the tub myself? And they're like, no, don't do it like that. Oh well. So over here is the other part of this house that we passed by. So it's definitely going to be filled out. Yeah. Awesome. So it's a single room house with everything we need, right? Everything we need, including friends to hang out with. Murgles and gnomes and reptars and puppies. Yeah, dude, this is really nice. It's like a fisherman's hut, but with his neighbor who does blacksmithing. That's dope. That's dope. And they have like these little, they have little spots for themselves too. Now they got the nicer place if we can go inside, because they got like 2 stories and all that. But this is no slouch either. Yeah, that's sick. There's like another Miss Murgle who's hanging out here by herself. It's like, aw, it's all good. We can be buddies. So I don't think I went around this corner here. This feels like a very large skybox room. There's a lot of little things to look at here. It's neat. Get in here, hot tub. Bathtub on that side, hot tub over here for those who are interested. Oh, but that's kind of creepy. He's just kind of staring. He's just overlooking stuff, right? He's just overlooking stuff, making sure everyone's safe. That's it. Yeah, what a neat outdoor spot. Oh, and it's powered by technology too. Excellent. So that's where this portal took us. And I think I tried going through these spots and didn't see anything. Yeah. So I think I will use this opportunity to take this room and then retreat backwards a bit. Because this is where I like go through the shroud, jump over the couch, boop, and I go back into that whole Hall of Champions thing. And then finally the theater. So now we've returned to kind of the main spots. Here's like the whole kitchen area that we were just at. Incredible kitchen work. And now we're going to go this way. Actually, no, we're not. We've seen that. Although I think they're going to show me something. And they are going to somehow make their way out. Somehow. Or not. Oh, no, there's a clicky. Oh, look at that. Sneaky. Nice. Okay, so we have made it outside. That's dope. See, at first I was trying to back you up, being like, you know what, we don't need to go outside. They just want to show us this much and that's it. They're like, no, there's a way out. There's a way out. So now we can do like the full shot. We can do the full spread right up here, see and appreciate all these things that have been laid out. Like, I mean, check out the rock work. Lots of environmental stuff has been put in. Things we can't even like easily see, at least not from the inside. It's because we have like right up here, we have like additional water and then like these small little bits put in to, again, create that whole perspective shot. Because like here's like the tent and here's me, for context. Yeah. Really neat. Really, really neat. You go back here. You know, we can see like the back side of the illusion and all that. And we climb down, back up some. And we can see like the intense glows coming out here too. And I also don't understand common. Sorry, CJ. Okay, so is there a way back in? I think might be able to boop and boop kind of middle window to return. Okay, cool. So there was a middle window. Boop. Dun, dun, dun. Nice, nice. Thank you. All right. Did I see everything? I feel like I might have missed a turn or two. No, I guess I think we got everything. Dude, this was a great place. Yeah. So, yeah, it has like these huge, strong themes. That's the big one. You know, very strong themes as you're going through like from place to place. I mean, you start off here, it's this place that bursts with color, right? It's bursting with color as you go through here. Even the kitchen is super, super filled. It feels like it accommodates like so much. I loved going through here, through this Hall of the Dead, and then all of a sudden, boom, concert hall. Like, like very like unique, different sets. Unique different sets, but man, they deliver. Yeah, like the delivery here is like so so strong. So well done, well done. This was great. And with that, we wrap up our visits for the day. Yay! So once again, we had a fantastic day today. I want to give big, big thanks to everyone who let us visit their house. Big thanks to all y'all for putting up with me putting out the trading post video. Thanks for your patience with that. Yeah, fun, 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 fun. Tomorrow we got 5 more places to take a look at. We're going to be looking at Jamian or Hamian. Not sure. We'll look at Mama Sticky's place, Hierophant, Rylat, and For the Voodoo. We'll be checking out those places tomorrow, same time as usual. Are there any spots left to sign up? There are not. The queue is full. It's actually overly full for some reason. Because Building Mouse dropped by the stream to just kind of give a quick hello and to also invite us over with a J sound. Thank you, Jamie. They invited us over to do a visit to visit a collaboration between them and Cottage Wizard, another big builder. So I'm going to be curious what they have to say. They DM'd me a little bit earlier, so we'll see what's going on there. Big thanks to Blue for subbing, by the way. Hey, thanks, buddy. I don't know if you're still there, but appreciate it. But now let's find a channel to raid, shall we? Who do I know who is streaming right now? We did Bears a little earlier. Bears has been on for 8 hours, so maybe not them. Towley, Sloop, Brutal. Steph is not doing WoW stuff. Boo. Brutal Static is not doing WoW stuff. Boo. No one's doing WoW stuff, actually. Shoot, I don't know anyone. Random? I don't like going rating random people, but okay, can I do a search and then okay, if I type in housing as a tag, will I find anyone? It looks like no, because this is not WoW stuff anymore. Wait, hold on. Yeah, bummer. Okay, so let's look. All right. Yeah, I am not familiar with any of these folks. So I don't want to send you out wrong. I think we might just go to Kraken Latte again. Yeah, we will. Off we go. Homie, you get a twofer. Yay! So once again, thank you guys so much for coming. I hope to see you guys soon. And by that I mean tomorrow. We should expect that lighting video to come out then, so I will implore y'all for feedback on that. Not just on that, but if also I should do like other kinds of tutorials, and if so, on what? I'll be very curious to hear what you have to say. Assuming you like it, and I hope you do. For now though, off I go. You guys have a great rest of your day. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay breezy. Bye.